Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Haunted Arena Origin. Here we are, hosted by RRG Esport Syndicate in collaboration with MIC, Simp Official, and Fusion Prime, with the prize pool of 20,000 rupees plus 30,000 diamonds. Who doesn't want to miss it? And we are here at the quarterfinals. Finally, at the very near of the grand finals. Let's see which team picks it up. There's going to be the pool A for today. Looks like we do have team Wiki versus team Deal Us. Both of them quite a strong team. Let's see who takes it up. But again, this is going to be a best of three matches. I'm your host Peachy, and I will be joined by Ray today. Hello, Ray. How are you doing?
Hello, Peachy. It's obviously nice to be joining you back again. We are the power duo, aren't we? But yeah, jokes aside, excited to cast for this match alongside with you, of course. And let's see how it works out between. After all, this is a best of three series of. It's a quarterfinal match between Wikiki and Delas, and I'm well familiar with Wikiki. It's a newly formed team with two veterans, unless their lineup has changed, of course. But yeah, on the other hand, though, I'm not familiar with dealers. I didn't have the chance to cast for them yet, so interested to see how they're going to be performing as well. After all, Wikiki has the advantage of having veterans on their side, don't they? So let's just see how it works out.
And also, they do hold multiple titles for themselves. So, I am interested. I am intrigued to see if they are able to pick this game. Best of three matches, though, the pressure is going to be quite high. Once you lose one match, you have to think fast how to take it away in a reverse sweep. Once you lose two matches, it's just over. So, moving ahead onto the draft, looks like onto the side of team Deal Us, they just want to go ahead ban, the team fight heroes.
Yeah, they're most likely gonna go with the. Perhaps I feel like at so far this has been mostly meta heroes. Like look at that, the side of Wikiki really wants to make sure that there is no healer composition possibilities, but at the same time, the Joy Band respecting, of course, the jungler for Wikiki. I'd love to see it, but at the same time, I feel like Kalia and Zushin should be contested right now because I feel like they're not leaning towards banning them out. This is, of course, the first match, so there's still some room to wiggle around, but let's just see what they pick up. Because honestly, I feel like at most of these teams, they usually just like to pick up a utility as their first one. But I'm waiting to be surprised. Maybe I might see a Harris first pick as well because he's also a very strong contender. And look at that, they're really going in for the respect for the jungler.
Cool, interesting though. Looks like we do have on the left a team Deal Us, onto the right team Wikiki. Now, both of them, very contrast. One team actually banning up quite a few roamers, the other just targeting those junglers. I am curious to know what kind of gameplay they will be showing, but as of now, Deal Us, what are they going to pick up?
I think just like I mentioned, they're not gonna go for a utility or a flex pick, or they're gonna go lock in with the Harriet. I feel like it's gonna be the mostly contender, but at the same time, since Kalia and Zushin is left out open, I feel like it's a no brainer. So yeah, they lock in with the Kalia, but I'm not too sure. Zushin, I feel like, is a little bit of a better pick overall, but let's see. Because I mean, look at that. Because there's two heroes that can take down Zushin, and they have already been banned out. So I'm not really sure why they're that confident. But yeah, you can overwhelm Zushin with a lot of crowd control. So I think that's a possibility that the side of dealers might be going. But of course, right now, the new addition into the meta is one of my favorite heroes. I'm not even kidding. Jushin is my wife, but she's new. Before that, Kimi was one of my favorites because she is just absurdly strong. I have a high win rate. I'm just flexing, but yeah. Oh, Kimi, I feel like in the mid lane is a heavy contender, but let's see if it's a goal lane.
Oh, highly possible, but I feel like onto the side of Team Wiki, they might be pushing it to the middle lane. A little bit of a new strategy coming in from them, but not sure. Let's see if the mage will be picked up or not. But onto the side of Team Deal Us. Oh, here we are. The Zushin being prioritized. I do see two Zushins, in the screen as of now.
Both on the right side, sorry, left
Yes,
side. Crazy.
that's
This feels
what.
like destined. This feels like predestined. That's why we're husband and wife.
Yeah, let's go. When's the marriage though? Can I have some biryani?
Um, Actually, the marriage happened long while ago. But biryani, yeah, when we'll meet, I'll definitely provide you some because I mean, you deserve
Let's
it. Okay,
go.
you deserve it. Yeah, but what kind of biryani though? Like, there are so many biryanis here. Do you? Because I can't cook biryani. Should I learn biryani? I feel like it's gonna be horrible the first time.
It's the Zushin. Come on, man. You have to feed Zushin, so let's go. You have to run. But jokes aside, back into the match. We are back again on
No, no, no
Wiki.
jokes. It's all real, guys. Pichi is not joking. I married her, and I'm gonna give. I mean, I married Zushin, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
give biryani to Pichi. It's a
let's
promise.
go. A gift though.
Oh yeah, you better give me a gift also.
Yes, yes. Why not? Why not? But back again to the draft, banning phase is back again. Fanny is here. After a long time, I'm looking at the Fanny not being banned. But onto the other side, I should have seen a Fanny getting banned at the first pick. But maybe Team on Vilas wants to take it slow. They just, don't they just want to show what they have under the sleeves. Plus, giving out heroes because the Gatutkas is still open. That's quite a lot. Yep, high loss. Yes, I wanted to talk about the high loss. The Gatutkacha is there. They're just like they go hand in hand.
Yeah, definitely. These are what do you say? Rock hard buddies. You know, they're like rock
Yeah.
hard tanks. Yeah, I mean, these two have been on the meta as well as being paired like for the longest time. I feel like it's been 10 seasons. Hylos and Gatot. Yeah, there was one season I feel like Carry was a little bit too strong, and because of it, High Loss fell off, and so did the Gatot. But after the Carry nerf again, they rose into the meta back again, and right now they're
It's low.
yeah,
It's
they're
kind
buddies
of
again.
low. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are, but most of the teams don't prioritize it nowadays more. But this time around Team Wikiki, they knew they had to ban it off because of the same reason. But that's a lot of damage dealers. That's definitely a lot of damage dealers getting banned from the side of Team dealers. I like it, but it's kind of haphazard. They have banned the single pick off. They have banned some kind of a team fight composition, the soul carry, like the Moscow, the Joy, the Hayabusa. I'm not sure what kind of team composition they want to go around.
You know, there are two things that I would love to mention. Is that first of all, is that I was talking about right? There's no Haya, there's no Joy. Who's gonna take down Zushin? There is a Fanny, and so they had the proper answer well prepared, and that's why they didn't care. That's why they didn't pick up the Zushin either because they had the response to it. Second of all, looking at how they're banning out, it's obviously two junglers, two roam options, and one goal laner. To paying so much respect, like dealers, they're like, we don't want to deal with this at all, and because of it, I feel like they're putting themselves in a submissive position because when you're putting yourself in a way that like we are afraid of you, it kind of gives a mentality, like Wiki Kiki, they're kind of aware right now. Oh, they're afraid. It makes you feel like a weaker team, even though yes, you should ban out heroes that are power picks, but if you go a little bit too far, you're showing that you're a little bit hesitant and afraid of them. So yeah, I feel like if you want to go for mental power play, you shouldn't be targeting so much because look at that, it's literally two jungler, two roamer, and obviously a goal laner that they needed so desperately, considering the fact that there's a Fanny right now. They have to go with the Irritel, and until and unless she gets the late game burst build, I feel like this Fanny will just one shot her any second of the game.
Ooh, that's going to be a problem though. The Kufra pick really looks like a problematic pick, but onto the hands of Team Wikiki, they had that coming. They
Mhm.
definitely had that coming for the Chow pick, for the Fanny pick. Let's not forget a little bit of a dashes that they can counter with the bouncing ball. So maybe or maybe not, if this Kufra lands it up perfectly, they might have a shot. But at the same time, Team Deal Us, they do have a Irithel. Long time no see a Irithel against a goal laner Kimmy. Yep, talking about Wiki, they are the ones who just go for the goal lane. I am not sure how much she will be targeted, given the fact that you do have a Suyu who does have the leverage to jump in and jump out of the situation quite easily than a Fanny. Yes, you may argue with Fanny having that mobility, but I still feel like uh, with the Khufra addition, Suyu will be having it easy.
It honestly all boils down to basically the Kufra, isn't it? Because how he
Yes.
performs, because Kufra at the end of the day is still a risky play. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as you can clearly see on the screen, it's gonna be going into the Land of Dawn. This is Haunted Origin, and we're gonna be in the quarterfinals, best of three series. First match of the evening. Let's just see how Dealers versus Wiki turns around. One team with a veteran and one team that we don't really know of. They are new into the scene, but let's see how well they perform against this team. Of course, Violet, this dude, he has a lot of fans. Like the last time I saw him, the
Uh-huh.
glazing I had gotten like by his fans. It's pretty insane. I want to see in the chat today as well. But yeah, jokes aside, the casting desk is of course Ray
Oh,
and Peachy giving you the team fights and everything. Let's just see how everything works out.
let's go. I really like how Wiki have prioritized the creep, taking it away from the Suyu, making sure that he is a little bit of a level difference. See, once more, Fanny with the wall spam cheese stars will be able to deal takes that much of damage. Yes, it's just the level one as of now, just the minute one. But Suyu does have different plans. Look at him, Colette. Will he be able to get it? But Sanchen on a very good, comfortable position, dealing so much damage. The Suyu did get it that.
So far, though, no first blood. So that basically means a little bit of oh no, they're actually playing very aggressive. It's just that no kills, no damage. But Fanny wants to go in for, of course,
Oh,
that
fun.
some taste of Zushin, just like I want. But
Oh,
no,
Rez Legacy looking quite low. Cutthroat onto him, but the damage is not there. So much little, but once Sadoro has to go back, he will be interrupted. But oh, the Vixana. Too much damage though. Just too much poke damage already. It's just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes into the game.
of course it's a Vexana, and oh, there's
Oh,
a Tsunami Slam.
let's go into the total. Looks like Weil has to go back with a flicker, but still getting zoned out by Joy into the front lane spot. Nice flicker, a nice retribution coming in from the Suyu, but he has to go back. Van Sadaro not able to connect his steel cables, but wait a minute. Kalia dealing so much damage and trying to give so much CC, not being able to. It's a 1-for-1 good trade going down, but it's Dilas taking away the first turtle, so that means little bit of a setbacks coming in, but yet Team Wikiki are on a comfortable gold as of now.
Yeah, so far they're gonna be able to do that, but it's pretty clear the Kimi. It is pretty funny. Kimi as well as Airtel, they have similar functions that they can attack while moving. But oh, Airtel, she did not see that come in, but there's not enough damage, so they're gonna be all alright. They're gonna be all okay. But just like I mentioned, they're still in a comfortable spot. But let's just see how long they can keep this comfortable zone for themselves, because so far the game has been a quite slow. Is that a windy recall? Is that from Naruto? I haven't gotten it. Oh, there's a pause coming.
Oh, quite an early pause, but looks like might be team wanting to have a little bit, a discussion among themselves now that team Wiki are, losing the goal while Dilas moving around quite aggressively. I like how Wiki have went in for the mid game to the late game, but Van Sataro. I want to see his reign of terror. I want to see how much he can take away on the team fight, just because the team is focused on the one man pickup. But Dealers, they are truly team fight composition. Here we are. The ball will be resumed.
Truly team fight composition, but at the same time, I feel like having the addition of the Earthal also gives a little bit of that solo ability, So maybe it can come true. But oh, 3 man in the bush.
Oh, what just happened? Okay, Colette trying to go in. Oh my god! The Dump the CC. This Kufra really showed out what he's made of, but Colette will be taken down. A 4 for 1 trade. 3 members down. Quite a good jump coming in from this Kufra, but Santino once again. Purify already onto him. He's trying to deal damage, but if only the Irithel did jump in, will be taken out. But okay, wait a minute. Sparta on to the other hand, being taken off. Frisk Legacy is like very comfortable.
This Kufra actually was able to prove himself. An absolute keyboy moment there because he was able to predict that there was going to be an ambush and was able to set himself. But oh, into the bottom lane, nah, they're not gonna contest it. Yep, they're just gonna go back. But yeah, he was standing right here where Zushin was previously and was able to knock up 4 people. That is just mad impressive. Shutting down the Fanny as well. But right now into the turtle pit we go.
Oh, okay. Kufra once again gives a very good, the knock up, but a while on the Eternal Guard does give some damage. Vansthoro jumps into the fight. Joy being targeted. AOT onto him. Double kill picked up, but you know me, will be going down. That would be a 1v1 into the bottom lane. The Suyu not looking good, has to go back, but Team Wiki, I think they are able to get that turtle for themselves, but Cheestas is just moving around. One man, I don't like it if he makes the tsunami slam, but Suyu not getting anything out of it. He's not able to go in. It looks like, Gatukacha will be taken out. Joy trying to move around. Vansataro out of that position. One more basic attack coming in from this Irithel would have been just that, but okay, kick coming in for this. Kufra immobilized. Terrified, petrified. Look at them. There's the Kufra taking in so much damage, but he's the tank. He knows he can and moves out of the situation safely.
The team fight is still going on though, but the turtle goes into hands of Sansin instead. But Van pays the price again, and right now they're still going in and again. Peachy, you want to take it over from here, or do you want me to continue? Because the team fight just does not stop, and it looks like they finally let you take a breather. I mean, no, it was me who let you take a breather, okay? But yeah.
Thank you. Yep, we are back again. You know me, getting targeted out. Taunt onto him. Sanson with the immobilize. So much damage coming in from the Kimi. Level 8 Kimi just hits differently. Wiki
For 76 and a slight little bit of a goal lead into Wiki as they secure a turret. I think they're also going to be securing the mid turret as well. Oh, Gatot Sporta. I think he spent a little bit too long there and got caught off guard. But overall,
he did give a taunt out, but the team members a little bit slow. But oh, Colette with another kick into the turret, taking so much turret damage. But Sanson doing a god's work, but I feel like he is getting caught out with the trying to revenge. Sanson will be taken out. That will Suyu for you. This is what I was talking about. Suyu does have it easier with the Kalia, with the heals. They are able to jump in. Mansatro on the other hand, they're taking down the minions. No, but it's a killing spree for this Suyu, not going back. One by one, members are falling down. Sporta would be the next. The EXP laser is just not made cut for it. 4v1, not at this stage of the game though. Oh, Res Legacy, Cable's coming in. He's trying to pick it up, but no, it's Vansataro you're talking about.
yeah, getting another kill. 12-8, trying to equalize the trades that I've gotten so far, but the goal lead still remains the same. Van is a little bit too hungry, I would say. Be patient for your purple buff, bro. Get the purple buff and have some energy for yourself, because there ain't no Red Bull here, boy. But oh, Chow goes in with the kick unnecessarily. I feel like that was really unwanted. But is that all for a turtle soup? And it also didn't come. All the efforts are futile, old man. He's not old. I'm just referencing a dialogue. Yeah, don't be offended, please.
That's all for Wayne. Look at them. Look at that once again. Van Satoru trying to do his best, but no, Sanson will be the first one to fall down. That with the Kufra taking a kill. What is this Kufra? 4-8, and he's able to survive, but no, I think I just cursed it out. Vexana taking away the kill. The blue buff in jeopardy. Sport down to the other hand, looking quite low. Tan Young with another kill. There's a kick onto the Irithel, but the no member follow-up is really hurting Colette. He's trying to go in. He does have the mobility to move in and out, but it's just it. Vansatro with the split push.
And that's what the Fanny is best at, isn't it? trying to make sure to get the lanes at least, because dealers on the first game are actually really leading heavily on. But I would definitely say, oh, Fanny wants a kill. I don't think would be able to get it because three. Yes, you're a Fanny. Your job is to do the cleanup of a van. You're not exactly Gojo Satoru, are you? You're not invincible. You don't have the barrier, and because of it, I just feel like Team Wiki are playing a little bit too unnecessarily aggressive, especially having a Cho, which is kind of getting countered by the Kufra. It's pretty evident at this point of the game, and if they don't stop it anytime soon, I feel like this game is gonna go out of their hands. And oh, the Kufra misses out this time though.
Oh, is it a win for the side of Team Mikiki? Because the Kufra is really hurting, but nope, he will be shut down. That would be death for him. But this time, look at that. Van Satoru trying his best, but Res Legacy with his tags. Onto the other hand, Tsunami Slam coming in. Res Legacy trying to get the Toronto and flickering out of the position with Danyang, out of the position. The tank is not there. This is where Team Dealers is looking low.
It's also considering the fact that the Kufra missed out the flicker jump completely. So because of that, they immediately got the advantage because they have been relying on the Kufra for the longest time, and it was working. But I know it's dishing out some damage, but looks like it's gonna be a bad decision.
Sanson back again into the match. Look at him. He did get a shutdown. That's a lot of gold for someone like a hero who has 3-5 as the score. Madara already spawned out into the land of Taunt, but Team Wiki wants to take a pause, wants to try to go for as ample of resources into their hands, and then for the Lord. A good decision coming from them, but dealers though, the Kufra is truly annoying. They have to take out the Kufra, but will they be able to do it this time?
I think they should repeat basically baiting out the Kufra again, but oh, looks like this might be a plus point or not.
Oh, okay. Two-man knockup, but on to the other hand, that is a cake onto the Kufra. Guantato will be taken out. Not a good decision for the side of Team Wiki, but looks like dealers are winning it out. Knockups as well as a Hebon coming in from them. Cheese Stars would be the one falling down. So much damage, especially AoE damage from Wiki, but dealers are moving backwards. I'm not sure why though.
Not really sure. Both have like 1-for-1 trade, but there's a jungler who's down instead of a roamer. Like, why not commit to the Lord immediately? I think they're playing a little bit passive right now, despite having the lead easily. You have Suyo. You have nothing to worry about getting a Lord stolen. And that's the best secure overall. And I think this is gonna be a free Lord. Yeah, this is gonna be a free Lord.
Yep, Dealer's taking up the Lord, but Colette though trying to give out a kick for us, but not able to. But Sparta, I feel like the Gatutkata has been, trying to get the front laner. I mean, yes, with the Gatutkata on, especially on the EXP, you want to go in for a front laner, but that's not a work for a Gatutkata. That's not something you could do. Okay, Red Legacy did get the kick onto him. Sanson would be the one picking it up. That's a 1-for-1 trade, but the Lord will be melted away while Sanson will be shut down. His positioning not really working it out. Van Satoru leaving away with a sliver of HP while the turrets are falling down. Okay, Van Satoru, he's trying to go in, but he's just like playing around. Bouncing ball onto him. Van Satoru looking quite low. So a little bit of a stun onto him as well. But you know me, on a quest to take down that Oexana failed.
You know me, S-A. S-O? You know me so? Maybe something along that. They have really good names actually. Cheese Touch, Joy. I would have loved Chicken Jockey, the Chicken Jockey. But overall, the 20-14 score and 5,000 goal lead into the hands of dealers. And right now, I would love to see the itemization as well. I think the Irtal is fully built. Is it? Okay, one item left. On to the other hand, though, Kimi is actually the one who's fully built. So it's funny enough. Kimi is actually the one leading into the gold department. It's insane to see, but yeah, less farm than the Suyo though. 11,000. He's having a staggering lead over everyone else. But hey, at least Kimi is basically close to the full build. So because of it, I feel like they still have kind of a hope because Kimi is insanely strong into the later phase, and she of course has that ultimate with insane slow. On the other hand, though, normal itemizations into everybody's hand. Zushin did not go. Yeah, Justin did not go for the Sky Piercer. I would have preferred the Sky Piercer, honestly, but looks like they want to go in again.
It just speeds up for the process of the solution. But okay, Joy looking quite low will be taken out once more. This is the problem for the side of Team Dealers. If the Kufra is let go, they are not taking that invitation, which is a good sign. But at the same time, AOG dropping in. Look at them. It is just them trying to move in Tsunami Slam onto the one member. Not looking good, but the immobilization from Sanson is really hurting. The slows are really hurting. Cheese Trunk trying to, dodge them up, but no, Porter taking away so much damage. The turret will be the one would be taken down. But oh, Vansatoro though, I liking those cables.
Yeah, I'm liking those strings as well. But the thing is that in just a split second, the game seems like the momentum is completely shifted, as there was a 5,000 goal lead, but now it's nowhere nearby. Wiki Key having that experience, they're able to turn around the game. I don't think dealers were like in the verge of throwing. It's just that Wiki Key found the perfect place for them to be taken down. They had the damage as well. They took down Suyo, and right now they have forced him back. So I mean, at this point of the game, Van is just he's just a bait. All he's gonna do is try to split push, at least secure an objective, or try to clear the lanes. That's his main job right now. So I think they need to stop focusing him right now and just go in for the objective. But let's see, AOG comes in.
Okay, the Lord in contest though. Look at them trying to go and collect with another beautiful kick onto the Suyu. Suyu looking quite good, but he will be moving out of the situation at the right moment. Joy with the Vansatoro. The retribution falls in right on the place. Sanson trying to get some 4 kills. Joy trying to block it out, but no. Res Legacy, so much damage. Has to go back, has to get into the better position. Both of them not going in full head on.
I mean, that's Kimmy for you, because if it was other marksmen, the Zushin would have had some few seconds to dish out some damage, but against the Kimmy, you can't do that. She outranges you so heavily, and the damage that we just saw, like Zushin was basically about to get melted down if she did not decide to disengage. But oh, there we go, the Bloodwings are there, so probably the boots have been sold down, and maybe a winter crown could be coming in. Yes or no, I'm not really sure, but yeah, maybe later on I would prefer a winter crown. But oh, looks like they want to go in for an engage, but reverse kick.
Joy with a 2-man knock up. It is the Vexana onto the front laners. Look at that. Res Legacy getting zoned out by the Eternal Lord, while Tsunami Slam might be coming in. Yep, it is the Tsunami Slam. The Vixana looking in a very bad position. Winter Crown play for him. Oh, wait a minute. 3 members already down, while Vansatoro trying to find it for more. But the minions are in. Just the mid lane minions you're talking about. Iritel as well as the Zushin trying his best to clear out as much as possible. 2 of the cannon minions you're talking about are trying to go down. The top lane is here as well. Is it an end?
It could possibly be, because look at Chao, he's relentless. Iritel is the only one standing.
Oh.
Even she's down. It's a full-on wipeout. Sanson takes a base for his team.
Damn, what a match coming in from the side of Team Wiki. They are just dominating. Though the game wasn't there in their favor, despite having so much counters, they pulled up. They made sure to pull up.
Yeah, and they pull up like a gangster. But yeah, jokes aside, I feel like Wiki. I'm not really sure, but definitely Sanson was a massive key factor. I gotta give it out to him. Oh, he actually went in for the Wind of Nature instead of the Winter Crown. Interesting. Well, I guess the only issue he was facing was, of course, the Aethel. So Wind of Nature, good decision overall, especially considering the cooldown is basically same as Winter Crown at this point of the time, because, man, I missed 70-second cooldown Wind of Nature. But yeah, overall, I feel like that match was definitely heavily relying on their goal lane. It was a goal lane versus goal lane match out, and Kimi was able to win it. But gotta give the credit to, of course, the Chao. Like, he was at first early stages, he was in midst of throwing the game, because he was getting caught in so many awkward places, and Kufra was having the upper hand. But as soon as the game went into later phases, the Chao did the Uno reverse and kicked him back to his team instead. And because of it, since they did not have the frontliner, they were playing defensive and hesitating, and that's when Wiki eventually got it. But anyways, looks like we're gonna be diving straight back into the game number 2. No breaks for Peachy's voice. She's gonna be losing it for tonight. But yeah, jokes
Let's
aside, of
go.
course. Oh no, it's not a joke. She's gonna lose it, guys. Please donate some money. But Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is the haunted arena origin. The arena is haunted, and we don't have a ghost type character. Come on, developers! I want the ghost lady. I want the ghost waifu. But yeah, this is gonna be the quarterfinals, game number 2. This is a best of 3 series. Wiki has the lead. Well, let's see how it goes out. By the way, Pichi, do you know Wiki actually sounds like the Indonesian laugh?
I thought it was like a little bit into,
I feel like it is.
Hawaiian. Hawaii. I'm
Yeah,
not
I've seen
sure.
mostly Indonesian because you know how we type ha 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 like HA.
Uh-huh.
Indonesians write WK, and you're supposed to pronounce it as
Oh.
Wiki. So I feel like maybe
Oh,
it's a reference.
okay.
Maybe it's a
Maybe.
reference to Indonesians. But I mean, of course, Indonesia has the biggest, ML region. They have the
Uh-huh.
most population. So yeah, maybe it's paying
True.
respect to that, homage to that. Do you know Spanish people laugh with J? It's not
Ah,
haha.
yeah.
It's ja
Yes.
ja 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 ja. The first time I came across it, I was like, what? Why is he saying ja ja ja? Is his keyboard really broken? And he looked at me like I'm stupid. Like, come on, bro. I did not know. But of course, let's focus into the game. The bands are quite similar though, because the sides have been switched, I believe. And look at that. They pay respect to the Kimi this time.
Yeah, finally here we are, dealers with banning up those heroes. Now I really like how they ban the Hayabusa as well. They don't want to open any threat for that. But onto the side of Team Dealers, they are all ready with the counters, which is a good sign. But I feel like if they tap into their comfort heroes, they may be able to get it on.
I think that's they're targeting a little bit too much and leaving out a few power picks. That's what happened in the previous game. They've completely forgot about the Kimi and they banned out the Moskov instead, right? So I feel like this time around, at least, they are not going to be facing any Kimi. But hey, Wikiki is aware because right now they've seen the Kimi ban. Their draft will obviously change right now. They're going to go for a different kind of lineup that obviously doesn't include Kimi in it. And if they do another target ban and maybe Zushin or maybe a Kalia is left out this time around, Wikiki will have the advantage because on the previous side, we did see the Kalia was able to get the, I don't call it Tsunami Slam, I call it Body Slam because it looks like one, especially with the Sakura skin. Because,
I know.
she's no longer using the waters, she's using
Yes.
stone, but yeah, rock hard stone. But, anyways, let's see. The rock hard heroes are also left out open. The Gatot, the Hylos. So I feel like a Zushin pick is gonna be really valuable because of course you can pick them up and throw them away. They see Zushin
Hello.
is so, but no, it's the fish, not the fish, it's the Sakura. But yeah, a Zushin left out open, and I feel like a Zushin Hylos combo is warranted.
Oh, I really like the combo though. Maybe that could be a new, new addition in place of the Gatot Katsa. The slows can really help the Kalia to reach the destination. That could be a very good gameplay. But let's see if Team or Wikiki will be able to deliver that or not. But at the same time, Dealas, they are on the other side. Are they going in for another counterplay? Because Scalia, I want to see what they pick up. Okay, I don't feel like this is the counterplay, but at the same time, the Lucas is really scary.
Yeah, he's a beast and he's a Kurama. We know one Kurama, but yeah. I mentioned the Harriet in the previous game, didn't I? And yep, there we go. The Harriet is gonna be coming. I feel like in the previous game, it would have been a Harris if there was no Fanny, honestly. I just had a massive feeling. But overall, I swear to God, if the left side again is another Kalia Zushin, it's gonna be funny. It's like Zushin is only gonna be on left side. But yeah, so far though, I feel like of course they have the Zushin left out open and they can go in for the Katot or the high lows because I feel like it is gonna be a very strong front line heavy and Harris is just not doesn't have enough damage as well as range to deal with such heavy frontliners. So let's see what it's gonna be. No, it's a Baccia and sorry, it's a Baccia and Moskov. A combo
Okay.
that I've been seeing recently. I've been seeing a lot of guys pull up this Baccia. They're slowly liking the Turtle Man.
Oh my. Oh my. That's definitely a hero that cosplays the turtle. Yep, the direct reference to him being a turtle kind of a creature. So, with that, will Team Dealas pick up the Zushin. They may be able to get it though, but despite having so much threat, I don't think it would be a very good option. The mobility of this Moscow, he needs to be like very zoned out. The team has to bait out the flicker. The team has to bait out the skill dash from this Moscow to get him, but at the same time, the front laners are quite too strong. So, yep, another good hero going down into the hands of team Deal Us. I really like they're not playing on counters as of now.
Yeah, it's on one more thing to consider is that SOD is a little bit too strong, I believe, because the global presence just makes him one plus over everyone, like the team that we casted over that day. But yeah, I feel like Moscow's present with the SOD is something that is gonna be a massive headache. Because let me tell you, it is for me because I absolutely hate when I am I'm in a team fight and I see the Moscow pushing far lane somewhere. I go there trying to stop it, and he's back into the team fights. It is absolutely annoying, and I feel like even the most proest of pro players are victim to it. And I mean, that's his kid. It's just broken. So I feel like this Moskov, especially Sansin, we just saw him in previously. Kimi is so much more vulnerable because of a simple thing. Yes, she can kind of fly right now, but it is not a dash. If you don't have a dash, it is hard to reposition yourself easily. Moskov, this guy has unlimited dashes as long as he has the attack speed and he's hitting, right? So I feel like Sansin this time around will have a much better comfortable position. Hylos is not going to be a threat because the crit, Hylos can't take it. If he can take it, pick up the Demon Hunter sword, isn't it? So I feel like, yeah, and they look at that. They ban out the Phobias were knowing well that Kalia as well as Moskov is going to be triggering too much of the passive, and they don't want any of the infernal pursuit business. So overall, the bans coming in from the side of Wiki are really beautiful, and I feel like the first three picks are already really speaking volumes of power pick. But let's see. Lucas is nothing of a joke, and Harriet wins the lane against the Moskov. So yeah, let's see. Oh, Carmilla too? Is there a
Oh,
Sicilian I see?
maybe. Maybe because it's not banned, so maybe a team dealers can pick it up. If they do pick it up, it's going to go great for them, given the fact that they kind of picked for the mid game as well. Harriet can pick up the mid game. The Lucas right from the early game, level 4, the beast form can do much with them. But let's not forget the Carmilla has to get level 4 as well. If the Carmilla is able to get level 4 before the turtle, or just few seconds after the turtle as well, it is gonna go very very good with the combination that they have. But I want to see if the odds are onto their hands or not. But okay, once again, look at them. Bakshia, Rome, maybe I'm just leaning like 60-40 or 60 on the Bakshia Rome, the 40 on the Kalia, going on to the EXP. But I feel like that's like purely late game, like leaving all the late game into the hands of Sanson.
Yeah, and that was what happened previously, and it worked out well. So hey, what's not broken, don't fix it, is what they say. So
True.
they're gonna go for the they're gonna go for it. But I just feel like what do you say? I feel like it's a last minute decision because Baxia is nowhere. Like Baxia, pure jungle. You don't push him anywhere, okay? He's pure jungle. And I feel like this is a last minute kind of a decision. But redrafts, they're not gonna happen. So they better be well prepared. Oh, I'm seeing a really odd pick, but funny enough, it works in a lot of scenarios. But yeah, if they wanna do something, they gotta push Van into the EXP lane. Fanny, that is the only possible scenario I see because they need Bakshi on the jungle to really optimize his play. Where are you gonna put him? Rome, Chia Rome in this economy, it's not gonna work out that well, right? Because Bakshia really needs to be farmed up. He really needs to be higher level than his opposing teams to take out the damage, to have the damage reduction really kicking in. But yeah, overall, I think it's gonna be a box Sharon because of course the Fanny wants the comfortable zone. If they do not get it, Gord is gonna be a menace. Guys, don't underestimate the Gord. This guy is a nuisance. I absolutely hate when I'm facing against him and when I'm just cruising peacefully in the land of dawn and suddenly there's a ball in my face. I don't want it. But anyways, into land of dawn we go, Peachy.
Let's go. The second game. Let's see if Team Wikiki be able to pick it up in a clean sweep or not. I am curious to know, given the fact that both of the teams are quite strong enough. This is the quarterfinals. Let's see who secures a place into the semis. Wikiki versus Dealers. Which team are you guys supporting? Which team do you think does have the upper hand?
Right away. Lot of poke immediately. But Joy, you better watch out. Do they still want to keep fighting? Because the vengeance.
Joy. Oh no, the timing was so perfect for that, but at the same time, there is a stun coming in for the god as well. But another pause. The pauses are quite frequent, don't you think so, Ray?
Pause meta.
Yeah, yeah.
Pause meta. But yeah, obviously must be some internet connectivity issues because I did see the Harris looking into the distance empty, just like I do after my exams, because what the hell was that? That paper was so unnecessary. Yes, guys, I'm really telling my life story here. But yeah, of course, jokes aside, I feel like immediately Wikiki is gonna get the second kill as well because I mean, right now we're in the Zawar though. If anybody gets the reference, of course, it's the time stop. But we can clearly see the Gord is in kind of a danger. But maybe the Farsa skill on CD. Let's see if the Gord is able to get out. Oh, he does have the flicker, so I feel like it's not gonna be an issue. Yep, he's gonna get out. But first blood into the hands of Wikiki, and of course. It is the Carmilla because come on guys, you don't go so aggressive with the Carmilla. She's basically weak before the level 4. And Flicker, come on. Flash. 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 Okay, he decides to not waste it. That's actually very good.
Not so fast, not so fast for this god. But I, crazy though. He does have the flicker. It's a very good spell, but somewhere along the lines, I feel like the Purify could have been a little bit better. Especially for
Purify?
the Kalia.
Maybe he's just like Hail Mary, like if I die, I die. Could be a
All
possible
everything.
situation like that. Because sometimes I've seen some mage mains, but oh Farsa, what was that? Violet gets out of that situation. But so far, once blood only. Sasuke, not Sasuke, and Naruto are looking for, of course. I have not watched the anime, but I'm gonna call her an ex. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
jokes aside,
okay.
jokes aside, of course, the
Vicky.
turtle fight is gonna be coming up, and I feel like Lucas has the massive advantage over the Fanny, though, 100%. So I feel like if Fanny wants the turtle soup, gotta go in for the steal.
Let's see. Turtle, there's 2 seconds left. Both the teams fighting for the river area control. It's a little bit of silent game coming in, but Lucas, I feel like it would be a game onto his hands into the mid lane, but bot lane, that's a lot for Colette to take in. He's trying to get level 4 ASAP, but he's not able to.
Yep, so far nothing. Oh, Sakura really trying to fight here, but she has to go back. And this is why
Okay.
Baxia cannot do anything. It's just. I mean, until he has a few items. Basically, he is gonna be on. I mean, it is like he's a little bit paralyzed. Like he doesn't have the advantage, and they're gonna have to like. I just feel like this Fanny was a. They were like, hey, I think we're gonna go for the Baxia jungle, but then they decided, nah, we're gonna go for the Fanny, and because of it, right now, Sporta is the one suffering, and he's probably cursing Van, like, bro, if you did not want to play Baxia, why did you pick me up? Because, hey, I'm leaking the voice chats here. If you don't want it, Wikiki, you better pay me. But yeah, overall, I feel like I think this is a Wikiki game, honestly, because they have good amounts of everything. But oh, body slam!
Oh my! The tsunami slam looking quite good, but Sanson getting zoned out, looking quite low. Though he does make a SOD just to get enough assists onto hand. But Dealers with the aggression, they're the ones winning out this lane. Will they be able to actually take away all the gold from the shield or not?
Hmm.
No, not
The shield.
happening.
Yeah. Not happening. Because it is actually really impressive. Because right now, previously the game was pretty brawly. You know, not the Dragon Ball Z guys. Brawl, like fighting. Oh, Hylos for used to force the. I think that was unnecessary, bro. It's a Fanny. Why? Why would you use the ultimate? But yeah, I understand him. I understand. There's nothing much to do. There's nothing we can do. Napoleon reference here, but yeah, overall, the next turtle gonna be coming up, and I feel like it's also gonna go into the hands of Lucas, while Fanny's just gonna be taking the scraps. I feel like this is again gonna go into late game, and it's gonna be a 1 versus 1 against both of the marksmen. And
True.
I feel like Sansin will win it out for a simple reason, because Moskov into late phase is a freaking menace that you don't want to face any second. Like, have you seen that guy damage? Yeah, I hate, like, late game Moskov is a nightmare to be dealt with.
True. And you know what I like about Sanson? He's able to carry the game no matter what. I really like about them. I know he is, his former squad was the special grade and he just like moved on from that. But okay, look at that Sanson in the middle of, two members. The Mystic Gush is too much for him. We will be taken out. That was a difficult moment for him. And the turtle resetted. But Sporta, on the other hand, that's Van Satharot being taken out. But he does, takes out the juggler with him. Sporta taking so much. But wait a minute. The feathered airstrike had the right moment.
Better to strike at the right moment to back off, but Van gets taken down, and oh, Kalia. Oh, God with the Sky Piercer. You love to see it. I would love to see the build. Did he build it first item, or was it second? Yep. My man here building first item Sky Piercer. And this is why God players are built different. They are like, oh, I'm vulnerable to assassins. I'm vulnerable to everything. I can be, I can die anytime. But yeah, I'm gonna build the item that is vulnerable when you're dead. It is just, I love the confidence. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lose stacks. But overall,
Yeah.
that is good confidence play. And I love to see it. And they are right now in the lead, kind of, the scoreboard, like 4-3. But they are getting the objectives. They even get the turtle. Bro is stealing everything. But right now, the top lane is gonna be the bone of contention. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. This would be the feather strike so much damage, but the SOD right on the spot. Headshot coming in from Sanson. That will be the Unomi will be taken now, but at the same time the Camilla's ultimate looking quite juicy. 3 members being connected is really good, but Res Legacy making sure will be getting the stuns into the Land of Dawn, but at the same time the Revitalize is helping it out. I don't think it is a the
Oh,
Farsa surviving. Nope, that's not happening. But she did manage to take down the Hylos.
that is still a positive trade, I would say. Like, at least she
Great.
took down someone, but
Oh,
Fanny finally. Van was like, I had enough of you, but nah. Nah, bro.
joy.
The gourd got the wall advantage. You gotta surpass the
Yeah.
wall, but yeah, overall still, it's pretty clear that Dealers and Wiki are going neck to neck and toe to toe. Well, again, let's just see how it works out.
Though dealers are a little bit behind on the kills, but the gold is definitely ahead. Zaman Force dropped into the Land of Dirt. Getting zoned out while Vansator not being able to do it. That's a surprise move coming in from Sanson. Tsunami Slam onto this Harriet will be going down. Joy looking quite good, not in a very good position, but at the same time the Mystic Gush, that damage as well as the Sky Piercer is really juicy for them. Look at that, dealers winning every single possible trade. That is a 3 for 2 members for making it 4 for 3 trade. Wiki losing the trade finally. What's just happened? Like, Vansaro just left that battlefield and just like you guys just fight it out, but at the same time he's getting stunned up. He's trying to find the trade off, but the Ring of Punishment slowing him down.
I feel like Van is in a little bit of a different different mind space, like he's really on a different frequency. But right now the Lord is gonna get taken. Van cannot absolutely do anything, or can he be the Ornate one? But nah, his HP is not enough, but he's looking for it. He wants to go in for it. Can he do so? Nah, he cannot.
No, the Madara being in contest, will it be Team Gilas? Yep, Vansatoro picks it up, but he will be taken on Sanson, not able to jump in because of the SOD. But Tenyang looking quite low, but it's the Lucas. I know he can deal the damage. Sporta will be taken on Baxia, though they do have the anti-heal coming in from there, but it's just not enough as of now. Colette with depleted resources not being able to do it, and the flicker play coming in from this Farsa looking quite good, and it will be the god with the death sentence.
That sentence, that is Blade's ultimate, by the way.
Yes.
Rachel our references here.
Yes,
I
certainly.
just whenever I see that the word the death sentence, I sometimes use it as well while casting. Right, I always
Uh-huh.
remember Blade because I used to spam him a lot when he first released. I like as well as there were some memes. I will tell you about those memes. But oh, Sansit, what is that? 1 versus 1 against the Kurama. You can't fight it, bro. The Kurama is a little bit too strong right now, and there comes a blast. I forgot what is it called in the show, okay? Because I've never watched the show. Yeah, guys, you can hate me. I'm not a true anime fan, but jokes aside, I mean, hey, they even got gourd, which is basically Kamehameha, okay? So they got two anime references here. So maybe the anime reference is gonna be win out today. But hey, they have the waifu here as well, so maybe it can work.
Maybe. I'm really hoping that it could work for them. But dealers with a solid lineup, believe both of them. It's just looking quite good. But Colette, though, all alone, makes the play. Tsunami Slam, but the Purify would be helping it. But now, he has to go back. Vansather on the other hand. Joy, Vengeance on. I don't think he will be able to survive that. That's a Carmilla moving towards the Lord. And, sorry, not the Lord, but the wall. And it's just over for her. It's just over for the Carmilla.
Over for the Carmilla, no boyfriend around and nothing. Needed
Sad
the
life.
Sicilian buff. The Fanny! Finally able to get a kill. But it's a 1-for-1 trade. But hey, at least it was a shutdown on both ends. But yeah. Oh, a lot of damage from the Farsa too. But oh, there comes the Kurama.
Let's go, Krama. Will he be able to do it? But the Colette with the Tsunami Slam looking quite low. Tanyang had to go back to the base. Death set it once again into the hands. But Colette onto the back line. Cheesters with the slows, but the front laners are falling down. Sanson or not onto them. I don't feel that, I don't think Team Wikiki should make those plays, should try to go in for more, given the fact that the back laners are just almost dead.
Also considering the sorry, it's it's sorry, I'm just laughing. Sakura slamming Naruto. It, Sakura body slamming Naruto is funny. But yeah,
Okay. It
yeah.
what
Sorry.
happens?
Yeah, does it happen in the show?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Any Naruto watchers, please enlighten us. But yeah, the Madara is spawned in. The score is 15-15. Gold lane is also technically the same, but Penny wants some blood.
Oh, will he be able to get it though? He's just moving in, but the Farsa with the feather airstrike thus gets the Harriet. The very dicey position, two-member connection with the Carmilla ult as well. Looks like it just turned 2-for-1. That's definitely a bloodbath for the side of Team Wikiki. Res Legacy, there's a chase onto him, but Van Sadra not able to go back. There's a stun, there's a taunt onto him. It's just too much to take in though. Oh, okay. Oh, another flicker play coming in from Viol. That's looking quite good though, but no, not getting the high loss is a problem. But the god in the way, I feel like the god is just attacked like so while he's doing nothing.
Yeah, bro is a giga chad. He's like do nothing, win the game.
I
Like
know.
he just standing there and throws stuff at your face, and
Yeah,
boom,
but
50% of HP is gone.
yeah, but the fact that that is crazy as of now. It was Cheesters who was quite low, and he was supposed to get targeted, but no, it was the god who just targeted at the moment. Okay, Cheesters getting attacked by that would be looking quite low. I don't think the Glorious Bottle would be helping him, but at the same time, Sanson with the basic attach, nice the stun coming in from Colette, making sure three members will be down and giving the Van Sataro the pathway to take down the Madara. I'm really liking it. It looks like the late game is always going down into the hands of Team Wikiki.
Yeah, honestly, how everything's going, like even with a Fanny, it feels like Wikiki's strength really relies on the late game. It's just not about the marksman. It's also considering the fact that somehow they're more well coordinated when the game comes into later phase. Because I feel like what's really into play here is that they need a little bit of a freedom. Once games go into a later phase, you can move around faster, right? Because of a simple fact, there are less turrets. So I feel like that is the strength of Wikiki, and of course I'm kind of exposing them here, but I feel like if team, what do you say, dealers wants to take them around, I feel like they should have dominated right from the early and tried to finish it early. But of course, it's no longer possible right now, as the Moskov has even gone for the Trinity build, so Hylos is just not going to be alive at any cost, any point. So yeah, overall, I feel like, oh, there's okay, no Thunderbelt for the Kalia, goes in straight with the Oracle. Not a bad build. It is a fast one. I really respect it, but overall, nothing out of the ordinary. All common itemizations. But oh, bottom lane bursted
Oh,
out on the Harriet.
when Satoru, that is definitely a lot of damage, but once again with the feathered airstrike, Joy not able to take that damage. Mega kill picked up by the mages. The mages are definitely a fire in this matches. Res Legacy with 10 kills while the team is staggering with 17. Crazy, crazy. Same goes for the far side as well, but at the same time, Kurama has to go back, unable to take in some damage, but the Cheese Tusk with the feathered airstrike and Sanson with the finishing touch. That was the Sporta who picks up the kills. The shutdown, the power of the Sky Piercer really looking good, but that's a wiper. Unfortunately for that's it. And Dilas moving backwards, eliminated.
They went so bad, they are out. Don't go too much into the back door, guys, because there's also, you can also get out of the house that way. But yeah, the score is 25-20, and they get the game. Just like I mentioned, Wiki's strength is the later phase, and once the game passes that 14-minute mark, they are online. 9 kills for this Farsa. Viole, I see why people glaze him. Okay, at least he has a lot of glazing fans. It's pretty clear this guy is just built different on the mages, and especially the Farsa obviously had a lot of advantage overall. But let's just, congrats to them for moving to the semis, or is there a double? I feel like it's semis, right?
Yep,
Yeah, I
it
think
is.
so. Yeah, this was a
It
quarterfinal brackets, and congrats to Team Wiki for progressing. And of course, dealers, they gave a really good neck to neck competition. But yeah, on the later phases, they came out on the short stick, right? They come out on the short stick. But
true.
overall, this was a great game. Peachy, what you say?
Definitely. I really like how both the mages played it out, both the mage being the MVP of the game though. The lose MVP still counts because Res Legacy, the god, pulling up a god on the tournament with 12 kills. I really love that. I really love the gameplay. So both of the team really tried their best, but this is Mobile Legends 5v5. One picks up the winner. Looks like it is tonight. Team Wikiki proceeding towards the semis. And that was it for the game number one, guys. I hope you guys check out the description. There's all the social media. Do check out the Discord as well. Do join up. You will be meeting like-minded people right there. And with that, let's get ready up for the game number two for this pool A, because we need three more teams for the semifinals. So let's see which team will be proceeding ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Haunted Arena Origin. This is the BO3 quarterfinals going on right now, and this is the second quarterfinal of tonight and the last one also of tonight. We can say that two teams are already ready. It's X Arcadia in the blue side who will be having the first pick, and IGN. Yes, guys, IGN will be competing in the quarterfinal stage right now. The OG IGN will be in the red side. In the casting desk is your boy Astizi, and with me is none than my co-caster Miko. Hello, Miko. How are you?
Hello, Ash. Yes, I'm doing pretty well. And look at that. The first one coming in, and already Fanny is after Hook. So I feel like this is a good band. And oh, look at that. Matilda as well. Now, both the teams are knowing each other because these are like original teams, old players who know each other. They will be going in for the respect bands and the comfort bands of the enemy teams. So we will be seeing a lot of targeting in this match.
Yes, and maybe we're gonna see some Lucas and Kalea ban as well. As it's not surprising nowadays because Lucas and Kalea are two menace in the lineup zone, so they always stay in the ban list. Let's see how what AX Arcadia are planning right now. But IGN with the new meta haven't casted for a single match of them, but I'm damn sure the new players have already tilted towards the new meta like Lucas and Kalea. But look at that. Okay, I mean if they are going for the Joy ban, what if Respect don't play that much Joy? He goes for Suyu or for Hayabusa more than a Joy.
That is completely understandable, but Joy is more of a burst dive-in, more than CO even. But I definitely feel like respectable hero is Hayabusa, who is also a burst dive-in. So if you are trying to protect the backlane, then you should definitely go for banning that hero. But also if you are planning to get a CO, maybe after the recent patches, he's definitely not dealing well with the magic type of damage. So that could be a point that they're trying to remove Joy because they don't want to lose the the neutral objective comparison. But then again, oh, the Kalia ban is coming in. She's doing really well and the pick off zone.
I mean, they're planning for a Lucas ban right. I mean, Lucas pick right now for themselves ex Arcadia. So if IGN will go for a Lucas ban, it will be a nice choice for them. But if they don't want to go for that, then the Lucas will be open. Even the Harith will be open as well. Right now, look at that. Granger will be banned by the side of IGN. That's also a new thing for me because I mean, Aaron the creator will be playing in IGN, and why he is going for the Granger ban. Perhaps for the nerf Granger is having with the range right now. But Irithel is still open, so Aaron can go for the Irithel. Look at that. Jushin will be there from the side of X Arcadia. That's a nice pick. That's showing that if you're going for a utility jungler IGN, we are ready for it with by tackling it by our Jushin. That's a nice pick coming out from the side of Team X Arcadia. Let's see what IGN have in their pocket right now. A lot of heroes are open. Harith Phobius can also come at this point. When Lucas is there, Gatot Kacha is also open right now, so they can go for
I
the
feel like,
Gatot. And
but okay, there you were completely right. And looks like Aaron will be going in for the Harriet. And this is why they banned the Granger because, Granger and Harriet have like a mutiny going on between of sorts between them. Neither can actually confirmedly kill each other, but then again you do not want to give a hero who is really good at dominating the late game into the enemies. So I feel like this is a good decision, but then again this does leave open the Badang. There's also the Hilda. Of course there is Habu Savage. I feel like a few of them will be banned if it goes on to the second draft phase.
I feel like Miko, they are trying to give them the Lucas. They know that Witch is a good Valentina player, so Witch can go for the Valentina option. It's open right now also. So they're trying to give them go for the Lucas. We will go for the counter. You were asking Sinji that is Valentina the counter of Lucas or not. I will answer that question right now. I'm not Sinji, but I will answer. I would like to answer that question because Valentina is somehow not. We can't say it's a counter. It's maybe like a comfort you can say because whenever Lucas come, you will see a Valentina because she can copy the ult, she can be another Lucas, and she can deal the same damage from the opponent side as well. So it's like a way. Whenever a team picks a Valentina, it's for their comfort when they see that okay, there is a Lucas, we can take his ult away. If I see that something which can counter Lucas properly, it's a CC hero, a crowd controlling hero. So maybe a Franco nowadays are great for the Lucas counter. Even Kalea managed to counter Lucas as well. Right now, let's see Lucas right now from the IGN side, and Gathoth Kacha, as you said, was open. They will be selected down right now from the side of Team X Arcadia with the Florin. So are we gonna see the Fedrin ban? Yep.
I feel like yes, Fredrin. Also, like Alpha is kind of a good counter because he does have that true damage onto him. Because Lucas is having a lot of regen, but then again, he can be like, boosted down. Also, he does have a huge hitbox, so a lot of poke and other things can be annoying to him. And as you said, of course, the CC, even an Aurora, I feel like, there's just only so much CC immune that he can bring in from his skills. So there are a few ways you could go around countering him, but then again, look at that. They have banned in the artillery mage that at
Yeah.
first saw. Are we going to see a Sicilian ban as well? Like, going with the same type of bans, but then again, there are some other heroes who could be really problematic. So let us see. But what do you think? Like once we do see that they have the Florin, we are maybe going in for a support utility kind of draw.
I mean, banning the Basha is a great choice, as you said. I mean, support utility. They need that thing right now. So Basha and Fedrin both are in the ban list. So only Alpha is open, and they can go for Xbog as well. And nowadays, I do see Hanzo as also in the utility section. I mean, people will not accept it. People will say, no, no, it's a mobility kind of assassin hero. But no, bro, it's giving the utility right now for the game. So I mean, I feel like utility junglers, players are kind of clinging towards that Hanzo pick more nowadays. But with this, the last ban will be a Eve, Sicilian being open right now. Okay, the first pick will be a Jawhead from IGN. Okay, that's a good thing. I mean, we're gonna see a Zozen with the Jawhead going for that Florin, going for that Jukshin. That's a nice thing to take down the backliners. They have two heroes right now, we can say. It's a Lucas and as well as a Jawhead. Let's see what last two picks coming out from the side of X Arcadia. A lot of heroes are open right now. Junglers, mainly, if you're going to say, they can go with the Suyu as well. I mean, Suyu Florin do works good nowadays. But against a Phobius, I kind of doubt if you're going with mobility heroes. Let's see.
Definitely understandable, but I feel like Jawhead is a really good pick here because he is not just a pick, he is the pick off here. And with the unstoppable force, he will directly be like, dashing on decision. But oh, look at that. I was talking about true damage, but this is definitely one of the go-to counters which I've seen in a lot of ranked matches. And Lucas is the reason that Xbox has been rising. I feel like a lot of meta heroes, like, give birth to new metas who are off meta, but are really good with countering the current metas. And oh, the we witch onto that Louis. So there is going to be some diversion plays, and they are going to be in a constant fear of who is going to pop up where and when. So this is a really interesting draft coming in. So I definitely wonder what kind of gameplays we'll be seeing. So Ash, once again, what draft do you think is better in this?
I think it's the IGN draft because they have the early game potential as well as the late game potential. And if you're gonna talk about the true damage of Xbox as well as the Nathan over there having some magic damage versus magic damage. There will be a lot of magic damage in the goal lane because it will be Harith versus Nathan. But in the early game, I think Harith will be having that upper hand against Nathan. But right now, heading into the lineup down for the second quarterfinal of tonight is between Team IGN versus X Arcadia. BO3 series going on right now, and it's the first set. Let's see who will having the first point into their hand. Will it be IGN or will it be X Arcadia? Let me know in the comment section, guys, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and like the stream and share the stream to your friends because this is Haunted Arena Origin powered by RRG Esport Syndicate in collaboration with Fusion Prime and Simp Official and Draco Official and Vista.
Now, you know what? I feel like the draft match kind of has been won by Team IGN right now because Team AX Arcadia definitely does not have any bit of physical damage. Like while Panditji onto that Xbox does have a bit of physical influence, but then again, he is definitely known for the true damage. So one dreadnought, like even you don't have to focus on the anti-turrets in the early. You can just go for the Athena. the dominance and the radiant armor, because you will need the dominance to counter the Newton's attack speed. But then again, you don't really need any physical defenses against this kind of lineup. And I feel like the draft is a bit gapping. But then again, the gameplays will be mattering. We do see that Zushin is trying to provide some assistance. She is causing a lot of nuisance to the Louis. But then again, Louis' charm is going to be in all those diversion plays, which are going to be coming up soon enough.
Yep, and with the diversion play, we're gonna see the ejector play as well. That will be fun to watch right now. But before that, we can see that some burning will be done to that Harith at this point. Going for that goal lane rotation, it's a good choice. And right now, again, the river control will be the river side will be on right now. Let's see who will be having the river side control for themselves for the turtle fight for the first neutral objective. For that, we can see a lot of in reaction damage will be affected on that Florian. And right now, the turtle dance already started from the side of IGN. I don't think Panditji gonna contest for it. X Arcadia whole team is backline. Okay, AOG coming on. Turtle will be secured by the Lucas. Fight picking on.
That was a good try indeed, but then again, that was a wasted EOG. Once again, we can see Meteor trying to jump onto Pandaji. He has definitely lost his Kiraka armor. Look at that. There's a lot of damage, but the driver is just coming in. And oh my goodness, that was insane. And look at that. Lucas securing the double kill with this. And the ejector play coming in. Zushin definitely looks in trouble, but then again, Zushin will be surviving today. That was
Yeah.
really, really good. I just said that which is the diversion plays are gonna be the trick. And then again, I definitely do not like this draft. While I do consider Xbox to be part of the utility section, but then again, a healer is not exactly Xbox go-to. Like a Matilda or some other one is okay, like Carmela or someone. But then again, the healers are not someone who can be completely full use to an Xbox because of the Farraga armor and the limits to how much HP he can recover when he does not have the armor.
This is like Angela with the Hayabusa. So, I mean, Florian with the Xbox, same thing, guys. It doesn't work properly the way it should work. But right now, let's see how it goes for the X Arcadia, because the start is already done by IGN, winning the trade after taking the turtle and 2 kills with the help of the diversion coming on. Even though the Jushin managed to take 1 kills at that
Oh,
moment, but still now,
look
okay,
at
one
that.
more
Once
diversion
again, there
coming
was
on.
a diversion play. And okay, Humble God, he was just humble. He knew that he could not survive it and he decided to retreat. This is so funneling. Look at that. They are giving so much priority to Iran, and Iran has just deleted the goal lane already. So this kind of funneling is really good, especially when you have a spike kind of mage MM. Harrod, I'm not exactly sure I want to call him an MM, but then again, he is the goal laner. He definitely has a lot of farm right now. Look at that, the single visions coming in. They are trying to go in for the poke. The second turtle is here. They are definitely trying to secure it by themselves. The vision, the poking, zoning coming in. Oh, once again, the turtle has been taken. Look at that.
Yep, Salmon Force coming on right now. Harriet's giving a lot of damage from the backline, and before that we can see the Tail Beast bomb coming on, and look at that, Unleash the Beast already been on at a sliver of HP. They will be not getting a single kill at this point. I mean, I was a bit surprised. I thought they will be getting it, but right now, diversion play.
Once again, that was kind of a disappointment because we did think that they might be getting kills, but then again, being greedy or overzealous and by mistake, giving a shutdown or getting killed could also be bad. So they are being careful. I feel like Iran should just swap the lanes and they should just funnel him up with both the lanes, get the shields and all. They do have the phobias to force onto it because the enemy has also done the same. Looks like Nathan is trying to get a little bit more of the goal. But then again, they do have the Lucy. She is coming back into the match, and soon the diversion will be restored. Once again, look at that. The ejector plate coming in. Panachi has lost his Farraga armor right after that.
Yep, and it will be Harriet taking down the X-Bow right now with the Salmon Force coming on, and the Chrono Dashish will be there. Fission coming on. Look at that, the damage being still onto that X Arcadia's players. This is bad for them. Losing some towers, losing the neutral objective right now. Aaron is also giving the rotation into the mid lane as well. This is a very bad thing. I mean, do you feel that when I said you that in the early game, Nathan was having a lesser advantage than a Harith? It is happening right now. And look at that, Jawhead joining out the situation for that. Gatot Kacha. over there. And before that, we can maybe gonna
Oh,
see Infernal Pursuit.
once again, look at that. The Infernal Pursuit coming on. Zushin not only has to use the Crimson Beacon, but also the Flicker just to get back to safety. Once again, the Diversion Play coming in, and oh, Nathan, that is the Sixth Sense coming in. The Ultra Instinct making sure that he survives, but okay. On the off cam, we do see that Harris was taken down. Finally, a kill going to X Ball. Now, that is definitely not good for Harrod, but then again, they do get a free total once again.
Offside, being offside at that point, going for that Harith kill is a good thing, but losing the neutral objective for the third straight time, it's not a good thing, I can say. And
The entropy has been used. They are trying to be aggressive. The AOG as well. A bit of wasted resources because, I just feel like Lucas just walked out of it. So that is a little bit too extreme, like a desperate try. But then again, look at that. The mid lane will be falling down soon. Will they be able to defend? No, they will not be able to defend that. Once again, a skirmish is going on. Ash.
oh my goodness, look at that Harith from the backline, giving a lot of damage. Infernal Pursuit coming on right now with the Chrono Dashes. It will be Phobius taking down that Kathoka's a double kill for the Aaron. But Aaron has to go down. Instant redemption coming out from the X Arcadia at this point. Look at that. That bomb is on. Naruto being there, having some chaos onto X Arcadia at this point. 3-man down already. They won the trade again, Miko.
Definitely, like I just feel like Xbox cannot keep up his shield at all because every time he just tries to engage, the Viraga armor is boom, gone completely. And with this, there is like just 50 seconds left for the Lord to spawn into the Land of Dawn. And the way the neutral objectives have been going, I feel like this might again go for IGN. I just feel like Harrod just died 2 times, like a bit wastedly. He is being a little too aggressive. But then again, look at that, the aggression coming in at the top lane. They definitely want to get rid of it. And oh, once again, the last insanity being used defensively. He definitely cannot maintain the Firaga armor right now. Like, that was not really a bad pick, but in this complete draft, I feel like it is not the best pick.
Ooh.
Once again, look at that. He was taken down by Lucas just like that. This is definitely going in favor of IGN right now. The momentum, the map control, the river, the jungle, everything is with them. Once again, the diversion play is coming in. The AOG has been used. It does kill 2 people, but not really that effective because the goal difference is definitely speaking loud of volume right now. Once again, with that kill, it is pretty much off a complete wipeout. Newton is back into the map, but then again, he will not be able to do anything because the inhibitor turret has been taken down.
Okay, a lot of turning events just happened over there with the diversion totally out of syllabus for AX Arcadia at this point. I mean, they are right now dominating in their own jungle, and this is a very bad thing for AX Arcadia. They are out of the goal lead right now, 7K goal lead. IGN is palming up, and with the item section, Miko, look at that. Hunter Strike, War Axe, and going for a Queen Swing, not for a fully damaged build. The Lucas is also going for a defensive approach as well, and this is what a good Lucas player known as. And with this, we can see the Harith currently going for that Holy Crystal, and after it, we all know the penetration, magic penetration damage will be there. Diversion again.
Once again, they definitely understand the division of labor and they have this very well understood fact that who's going to do the sustain, who's going to do the damage. But then again, look at that. The fight is going on and oh, the beast activation, he does take out Florin. Florin doesn't even get to use her ultimate. Oh my goodness. The sprouts have been completely taken out, but the shutdown coming in onto Lucas. That is a lot of gold going in favor of Nathan right now, but then again he does have to back off. Looks like the Kata will also be taken down, will he be? Then Chrono Ghost is looking strong, and finally with the Corn Dash and the advanced skills, the passive Herod will be taken down. Once again, we can see there's a lot of damage that Remember has been used, and oh my goodness, the shield. He does have a lot of sustain as well. Madara dodging a lot of attacks onto the base, but then again, he will be taken down. But Phoebe will be able to escape. The Infernal Pursuit has been used, but I feel like he will just be sacrificed there. Oh my goodness. He will sacrifice. That's a bit sad.
He doesn't just got sacrificed, he just got melted down with the whole X Arcadia. I mean, it was a overextending move. Harris just got back, and he should have also done that, but he's a phobious. He just used his Infernal Pursuit on that Florin, so therefore he couldn't got the time to get back into the safer zone. But right now, IGN is right into the passenger seat. They're having the 13-6 lead in the score, as well as 6k goal lead onto the mark. Diversion again onto the jungle, but they will not find anyone right now. They are into the offside. The whole AX Arcadia are in the offside at this point. And if you want to see the approach of the Lucas going for the Florian first, he knows that she gonna heal the whole team. So let's just make her out from the map. The backliner will not be a great problem for us because we have a Jawhead. He can mark up to that Jukshin. So we need to take care of this support first. I mean, she gonna heal massive. She gonna give a massive heal. So therefore, targeting her is a great choice coming out from Respect, I can say. But right now, one more Lord about to come in just 30 seconds, and I think there will be a great fight at the Lord.
Definitely, you should remember Sonari's words because taking out a team's medical ninja is the first and foremost, a very well established tactic. And looks like Team IGN has definitely done their homework. But then again, as you said, 15 seconds left for Madara to spawn into the battlefield. And this time, I feel like both the teams have to contest for it because AX Arcadia definitely cannot slip up this jam. They have already lost our inhibitor turret as well. That means that the Ambu Black Ops are coming in. Look at that once again with the diversion. The whole team is here. They are trying to get a free total. Jawhead providing some zoning in. And the vision, even got the Kacha could not really go in. The Unbreakable being charged up, but okay. The Lord was completely taken in. That is a lot of melting potential coming in from IGN as well.
Obviously, and I think one more diversion we're gonna see at maybe at the bot lane inhibitor or top lane inhibitor right now. Xbox will be priced for his overextension. His armor is still on. Okay, no, in angry action will be taking out their armor, but the immortality being on, I don't think they're gonna engage on him. But picking that Phobius Harith into a same team, IGN won the trade from the beginning. I mean, if you're going with Miko, what do you think? If you're going with a Florian, you should have picked that Lucas into your own side, or that's the fear of which Valentina. But before that, Madara going into the base.
Okay, look at that. That is a lot of domination. But Madara was taken down already. With that, Harry just managed to get a turret. Well, I think that they might be getting in for the second turret. That's really biased because this was just a low level lord. But then again, they were also able to, defend the inhibitor turret. Looks like this is gonna be a bit of a disengage, but then again, Gatot Kacha looking to more like he's being deleted so often. Once again with the Infernal Pursuit and the house, looks like Lucian's Crimson Beacon was used up as well, the land fair, trying to cause a bit of irritation, but then again, the Infernal Pursuit coming in so strong, he will be taken down, and once again, he was taken down. The damage dealt by the true damage. Oh, look at that. The Synchro Vision dealing so much damage. That is a lot of melting potential. But as I was saying, the true damage coming in from Xbox cannot be underestimated either. I think with the Athena and Radiant, once it is completed, Team AX Arcadia is going to face a lot more troubles because they already have two of the dominance ices. That means that the attack speed coming in from Nathan is going to be really troublesome. Okay, look at that. Jawhead is definitely going for something else. I think another Dreadnought, maybe. And for Visa's build, oh my god, this is exactly what I said they should go for. And I feel like anyone can, see through the weakness of this kind of draft. Louis also having the Divine Glaive already. She does have the penetration qualities as well. But Zushin onto that Dreadnought, she is going for a semi build that is also pretty understandable. I feel like a lot of items are still missing, and Nathan still has a lot to scale, but he's already dealing a lot of damage. While on the other hand, the build coming in from Xbox is a little questionable, understandable, but then again, it's not really that helpful.
Putting that Oracle into your build section, I'm literally doubting that Xbox right now. But it's with we can see a possible fight is about to come right now. AOG will not be there. I thought he will be going for a fight at this point, but they may be stalling themselves because of the Lord coming in just 8 seconds. They want to contest for this Lord, but looking after the gold spike IGN having, I don't think it will be a great idea for X Arcadia to come out from their base and going for the Lord at this point. I mean, it can cost them the whole match because they can get wiped out if the Lucas got hand on the Florin. But no, they are planning for the contest at this point. Look at that. Zaman Force,
Oh.
AOG.
They are actually trying to mark onto Aaron, but then again, with the Zaman Force and his vision, he does have the right to, reposition himself. And Lucas onto the back lane, he will taken out the Humble Ball, and with that, has been taken down. And a lot of the damage which can be dealt from the enemy team was just taken out with just Florin and really, that is Zushin trying to get away. Will they be able to get away? Yes, the London player is still in the house. But then again, Lucas is trying to go in. Is that really a good decision? Because they still do have the anti heal. And oh, he does get a kill. And look at that. Unstoppable force from the team. The Zushin was taken out. That was such a clutch gameplay coming in from Jawhead. And with that, the Hokage's mansion was completely busted down. The first match of this best of three series does go to Team IGN.
Almighty push, and it will be end for X Arcadia in the first set. The bait set, we always say this, but literally that last one from the Lucas, respect, literally having my respect at this point. He was playing with no fear at this point. And who is this man ho Ultra Pro Max? Is he Josen? I'm no, I don't know. I mean, Zozen maybe changed his name, but it's okay. Whoever it is, Joyad was totally perfect at the moment. And Mirio, obviously, this guy was engaging again and again. But a great game come from the side of Team X Arcadia as well. But the Xbox pick was still, in the doubt with the Florin. They could have gone with the Lucas. I was asking for that. But right now, we'll be taking a short break coming after the second set. So please be there. Stay tuned with us. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are back into the Haunted Arena Origin, powered by RRG Esport Syndicate in collaboration with Fusion Prime, Simp Official, and Draco Official, and Vista as well. We are here for the second match of the BO3 series right now, going on in the quarterfinals, second quarterfinal of tonight, that between Team IGN versus Arcadia AX. And here we are, IGN in the blue side and Arcadia X in the red side at this point. Let's see how it goes. I mean, the first ban will be a Granger this time again. Uh, I feel like Aaron don't wants to play his Granger anymore.
Definitely. I just feel like, they are not only going for the metas, they are definitely going for heroes they don't want to face. That is like, the discomfort or the counter bans because Iran definitely has a plan. But I feel like this time AX Arcadia might be going in for the Harith ban. Then he might be switching it up onto a Bruno or maybe an Erythel. But then again, there are so many power picks left that you just cannot prioritize every hero. So there it is, the Fanny and the Granger. These are like, the set citizens of the banned city.
Yep, and there is a Kimi as well nowadays, but look at that. They will be going with the Matilda ban at this point. I think they will go for a Kimi ban, ex Arcadia, because Kimi nowadays, after the revamp, is a menace. I have been seeing her from the NSCT and right now into the Indian community tournaments as well. So many people are taking up that Kimi into their hand. And also, it's a great pick. I mean, it's a gamble, it's a bait to, I mean, it just make. What critical for the opponent side, they can't even think. It's a total flex. I mean, if you're going for a MM, or if you can also go for a mid as well with a Kimi, and it do makes the opponent side confused when the second banning phase come up. So that's a great choice for teams right nowadays. But right now,
Mhm.
it will be Team X Arcadia going for that Jukshin ban. That's a nice one.
That is definitely true. Like, a lot of heroes, the flex picks, these are the first priority picks because, you have this Kimmy and then you just decide that you need more support, you need more CC. You can just switch her after the goal lane, go for Aurora, Vexana, like, a punish kind of mage. But then again, you think that you don't need a lot of CC, you just need more damage. You can keep Kimmy and the mid, like, for the poke kind of gameplay, and you can go for a late game assurance with the Moscow or some other spike hero, like, carry or something. Also, you can even use Lucas, someone on the EXP, as well as the hyper, even the Badang, and so many things are going on. But then again, how many heroes can use this ban? But then again, this time they are banning the Zushan themselves. Now, this is a real questionable move coming in from them. But oh, look at that. Team IGN themselves banning Harith as well. They have the first pick and they are banning these. They are definitely like, prioritizing a particular hero. And I feel like that might be Lucas again. But what do you think? The Hayabusa, and there are some other heroes also who are still like, viable and still open.
Kimi is also open, so maybe they can go for the Kimi as well. But Lucas will be a perfect choice, and it's like okay, no, they will be going with the Kimi. I was thinking right about it. I mean, obviously it's a flex pick. It's can just doesn't be there fitting so badly. It fits so well nowadays. I mean, the burst damage, magic burst damage, and the continuous damage you can say coming from this Kimi, she can melt each and every enemies down after the late game comes. So Kimi is a great choice nowadays. But with this Kimi pick from IGN, I suspect that a Florin or Basha or Florin or Fedrin are coming up right now. Okay, no, it's
Oh
a
my god,
Phobius.
I was just thinking about this because, like, I was thinking that they could have gone for a Lucas side and Hayabusa jungle because, like, Lucas just to deny it. But then again, you do remember that Vivage onto the side does have that Valentina option open, and she will be completely obliterating you with those IMUs onto the Unleash the Beast sects. But then again, like, Kipi is really squishy and really falls up bad against like heroes who have a really good dive in, as well as the burst combination like Habusa or even a Ling or Fanny. But then again, they do get that hands onto the Batang as well. Now, I'm definitely curious to know if who's gonna be the roam, but I feel like a Batang roam and maybe a Gatot Kacha EXP could be good because Gatot Kacha onto EOG can provide some really good rotations from like pretty much cross map, because from the mid lane they could like directly jump onto the bot lane somewhere. Oh, the late game assurance coming in from Sicilian. Both sides are doing really well this time. What do you feel about this?
Yeah, I feel like X Arcadia is having a little bit upper hand with their draft. I mean, Phobius being there, Hayabusa as well, late game Sicilian being there. It's kind of they are going with a good amount of meta heroes into their side. And even if you're talking about the IGN side, having that Gatotkacha and Badang, maybe they will go for a carry ban at this point, having these two tanky picks already into their side. I'm doubting that what respect gonna pick at this point. Lucas being open, maybe got banned at this second banning phase. Yep, look at that. So we're going with the Lucas ban. But what if? I mean, right now only Alpha is open for respect. When Fanny is already banned, so Alpha or Suyu, this two may be the ones respect gonna pick up. But I feel like he will go with the Suyu because. As I say, goal cuts goal, so mobility cuts mobility. Hayabusa having that mobility will be cut by the Suyu as well. So maybe they can go with the Suyu pick, but before that, we can see a ban coming out from the side of team IGN. It will be a Moscow. I was hoping for a Moscow for the side of IGN. That means Irithel is open right now, and you were talking about the Irithel, so maybe they can go with the Irithel add-on, and Kimi will be in the hand of Witch as well.
I feel like Kemi is better off in the goal lane right now because they are completely choking up the options for goal. So maybe they might be going in for a bit of hard CC, or like someone, who can counter the Sicilian and have us a little more in the early. But then again, that is still a pick. That is because, these are the flex picks because of a reason. They can just whatever, whenever they feel like. After looking at the second last pick coming in from Team AX Arcadia, they can decide it. But then again, look at that. The Lucas and Joy, both of them have been banned. I feel like this is really good, and they should have just picked one of them if they wanted to before the match went to this part of the phase, because I feel like Lucas and Joy, both of them are really good picks. While I do accept all these three picks are good from both the teams. So as
But
I said, there are going to be a lot of power picks which are left.
yeah, but Miko, do you think, I mean, having a Hayabusa, is it necessary to ban a Joy? I mean, Hayabusa is a natural counter of Joy.
Definitely, it's not Habusa who's worried about the Joy. It's definitely gonna be Sicilian or the Golina who is gonna be worried about it, because she does have a lot of burst potential, and it's really hard to catch onto her because you can see that they don't really have a hard CC right now. So without a hard CC, it's really hard to counter a Joy because she will just dive into the backline and delete you from the face of the Land of Dawn.
Now this Basha will be in the roaming section. It will be fun to watch. I've been seeing it lately from Ryuga Esports as well. They're going with a Basha roam today in the Norwin Community Cup, and now I'm gonna see a Basha roam in this match from AX Arcadia. That's a good thing. That's a new thing I can say. And I was suspecting about a carry having tanky players into your teams as well. You're gonna meet a carry for real, and it is in the hand of Aaron the Creator at this point. And for a carry, what it should be. I mean, Kimmy in the mid lane. I was thinking about it. Which going for the mid lane at this point with banning that Moscow. I think Clint will be a good pick. Okay, look at that. They're going with the Clint. Alpha in the jungle, Clint in the goal lane. But before the match start, Miko. Clint, good for rank. I always say this, but for the tournaments, burst damage is okay. But in the late game, do you feel like Clint is good against a team fight in community tournaments?
Now, this is a bit questionable, but then again, Clint does have a lot of burst and he does have a lot of range. With his dual shot passive, he can actually, deal some fatal damage onto Kimmy as well. But then again, they do have a strong front line, and Clint being a damage kind of MM, he is going to be lacking
5
a bit of
seconds
an
till the
HP
enemy
based
reaches the
damage, which
battlefield.
is
Smash
maybe
them!
compensated by Sicilian onto that
Traps
glowing one.
deployed.
But then again, against this kind of tanky picks, I would definitely prefer a DHS kind of a Spike Holy Trinity hero. Clint, on the other hand, can directly go in for the halberd and the penetration items, the heptacies. So this could be doubtful, questionable, but somewhat viable. So we'll have to see how much of the execution is gonna be there for him.
No matter people say a lot of things about other mid laners, but I think Witch is one of the coolest mid laner we have in India, because every time a new meta comes, he just blend with the new meta. I saw the Selena meta in his hand. Right now, I'm seeing the Kimi mid meta in his hand as well. So that's the reason he was in the MSC wildcard. But right now, we can see that the already IGN going on to the AX Arcadia, where we are here into the Land of Dawn for the second set of the BO3 series going on right now. The quarterfinals between Team IGN versus AX Arcadia. This is the second quarterfinal, and the one team will be going to the semifinals. Let's see who it will be. But right now, the first blood is about to come. Oogie Shadow Kill already been there. First blood onto the witch side. Even though the revitalizing was on, but it was not enough to make witch
Mm-hmm.
safe.
So as you said, like Kimi is really squishy, so this is completely understandable that she will not be able to survive a lot of damage. And Haruka is definitely a good counter, but look at that. The Spear of Alpha has been used, and oh, the Rotary Impact. That is still out of range, but then again, not enough damage in the early to guarantee a kill yet alone. But then again, this is definitely gonna scale up. He does have that true damage. So this is troublesome for Basha as well. Because his ultimate, this tankiness is not really gonna amount to much in front of true damage.
Yep, and with this, we can say that this Alpha is cooking it up right now, but the Sicilian's position as well as the Phobia's position is too good in the with the Riverside being on their side. But Badang initiating the turtle dance at this point, Alpha being not there. I don't think X Arcadia will be leaving this turtle freely for IGN. They're also gonna contest for it, and before that, they will taking some jungles so that the retreat label will be at least higher than the other jungler. But with this, the turtle dance already started, deflecting the movement of turtle to reset it back. Before that, we can see the Gatot Kacha is coming up. A possible fight is about to happen right now with the Kimi going for their stun. Hayabusa being in the back. Panditji, what do you think, Miko? Who gonna take this turtle?
Now the Charlium charge and the boost. Oh my god, look at that. So finally the Inferno Filtrate is here. He tried to throw them away, but oh, the Hayabusa has been killed. There's definitely means that Team ITN does have the advantage right now, but then again, Katakata has been taken down. There's a lot of damage coming in. We can definitely see that Phobius is a big problem indeed. Once again, using the total, Giving is trying to charge up her passive. Once again, the boosters are out. She's trying to get a damage onto them. Oh, with this, Respect has definitely secured the total and Kimi's damage carries rotation. Both of the marksman's rotation is actually very beneficial. Both of them did get one kill. But then again, I feel like Clint is a bit more early as compared to Carry. That definitely means that Carry onto the spike does have a bit more late game reassurance. On the other hand, in the mid lane, Kimi is more early game as compared to, of course, that it is a Sicilian because he's the boss of the late game.
Not just the boss of the late game, he's the godfather of the late game. I do tell this always. But the thing is, Team IGN was about to take the turtle. They took the turtle as well, but they lost the fight, I can say. I mean, Alpha was not needed at that moment to go for that Phobius, and Phobius literally went so far. I mean, disrupting the backliners was a real game for the Phobius, and he was doing the same as right now. Again, a fight is breaking up. Okay, not the
Yeah,
fight. Also.
now we can see like both the teams actually know what to do. They are trying to poke each other out. Sicilian does have that artillery range, but then again, so does Kimmy. Oh, look at that. Once again, with the boosters, he is trying to avoid Hayabusa because Hayabusa is got shadow. If it catches onto Kimmy, there's gonna be the Ogi shadow kill, and there might be just a kill.
Yup, and with this, I can say that they are waiting for the turtle. That's a good thing. I mean, defensive approach from both the sides. Don't want to take unnecessary fights so that they can not throw some gold towards the opponent side. But look at that, Gatot Kacha right now onto the goal lane, but this Clint is literally giving a lot of damage and just melting down the tank as well. But with the Riverside being on again, is it's the time for the turtle to spawn. Let's see who will be having the second neutral objective, because the first one went too smoothly for the side of Team IGN. But right now, a fight is coming up in Infernal Pursuit.
And once again, we can see, look at the damage in front versus Phobius is definitely dealing a lot of nuisance. Once again, both the teams are trying to contest for the Lord. Till now, Panergy is still alive, so there's just going to be a retry battle this time. Hayabusa does get the retry done. And once again, you can see the tank with the first crack trying to deal a bit of problem. There is a wall coming in, but oh, respect has been taken down. And with that, I feel like Team IGN does not have a backlane dive right now. And with a draft like this is good, but still they are missing on to a few key points, and they have to wait up into the late game. So although Alpha is definitely a good pick, I have been thinking about him since the last match, but Habusa right now is a bit outscaling against him.
Yup, and look at the rotation from Phobius from EXP lane to the goal lane in the turtle time. That was really effective for them, and that's the main reason. What is happening right now in this match is the rotation capability, and we can say the rotation capability of the side of AX Arcadia. They're giving a good rotation, and no one is there to put the lane pressure so that Phobius will be there in his lane. But look at that, Gatot Kacha coming up. AOG for the safe at this point. And I mean, it feels like the Kimmy things is not working right now for IGN against the Sicilian.
As I said, like they don't really have a hard CC, so it's gonna be really hard because Gatatkacha and Kimi, both of them, cannot catch Hayabusa at all. They don't even have a backlane, and carries damage is still gonna take some time. Last time, the way they funneled Aaron like onto that Harrod, they definitely just went in onto his lane and forced the gold lane. So this time, that one's not there. But then again, the golden staff is acquired. Let's look at what kind of builds they have already. Once again, with the Uki Shadow kill, Hayabusa just managed to save the charge. But look at that, this Arch already taking the fight onto the inhibitors.
Yup, and the fun fact is Phobius is not going back. He is here in the goal lane. And no lane pressure is being done from the EXP lane as well from IG inside, and that's a very bad thing. Again, back into the turtle dance, we can say the second neutral objective being secured by X Arcadia, and right now is the third neutral objective. Let's see who's gonna take it. But before that, a fight is on right now against this Basha Rome. That's a good thing. Infernal Pursuit coming on right now onto the backliners, forcing them to go back, and it will be a free turtle for the side of X Arcadia, but the fight is coming up. Sanguine Claws being on, Batfish being on right now, Carry will be taken out. It will be a double kill for the Sicilian onto the Alpha, going for a triple kill at this moment. Turret being there right now, dealing a lot of damage with the high episode with the quad shadow and the Ogi shadow kill. Kimmy will be going out of the map, but it will be cleansed. First damage bursting out that Kimmy from the map. AOG for the safe at this point. Both of the teams will be dismantling themselves, but 3 kills onto the hand of X Arcadia with a turtle into their hand. Back into the match in the do or die set.
Definitely. As I said, this is definitely what I was expecting because Clint onto the burst and the range can be like really fatal to Kimmy. And the actual damage being dealt is by Sicilian. It is Basha who is pestering them up and buttering up everything, getting the plate ready. And Sicilian is serving it out. He's dishing it out so well. He's dishing out the damage with the glowing one. And that is exactly the type of team play that was missing last match. But this time, I just feel like the team IGN is still lacking a lot of CC, so they are having a hard time countering onto the Bachia and the Hayabusa because Bachia definitely has a lot of mobility, the rotation and everything, the speed. Just look at the turrets. The team AX Arcadia has all of the turrets were intact, and team IGN has already backed down to the inhibitor turrets.
But one thing will save them up is the late game. If the carry get the spike into her hand right now, Aaron with the damage, they maybe come back into the match at this point. But before that, I think the Alpha and the Co should be knowing about the lane pressure. I mean, they're not putting the lane pressure from the beginning, and right now it's not the case. You can put it and you can get into that zone because your tier 2 are gone from both the sides, and so it's kind of, we can say that AX Arcadia has everything into their hand. Objectives, turrets, kills, gold, everything is in their hand at this point, and even they are invading into the jungle of IGN. This is a very bad thing for IGN. In just 10 minutes of the game, we can see a 6k goal lead. 5.4k goal lead into the hand of AX Arcadia. That's a good thing, but right now, Madara being there, spawning into the land of dawn. Let's see who gonna have the Uchiha Madara, who gonna have the almighty push, and who will be taking down the Konoha village Hokage's office.
I just feel like as a character, that's going to be free Lord because Carrie and others at the top lane trying to focus onto the minions, like get a little bit extra farm. But then again, I just feel like you did see Carrie could have a chance for comeback because she does have a late game potential. But then again, we cannot forget the fact that Sicilian exists onto the enemy team. So I feel like there's a really slim chance of a comeback this time.
Right now we can see, ooh, missed the Spear of Alpha onto Jobom at this point, and again the fight is breaking up, but Phobius is being there, so dismantling is a good choice coming out from IGN. Lord about to come to the inhibitor, and Blazing is off right now. uh, I mean on right now, but it will help or not, I'm not sure about it. But before that, we can see the second tier in the mid lane will be furthest away from the side of IGN at this point. Stun will come from this Kimmy, but the Lord is entering right now. Okay, the Blazing's being on, deal some damage to that Lord, but the fight right now taking on to the side of IGN. Gatot Kacha will be taken out at this point, and the four-man of IGN right now defending their base. But before that, second, the mid inhibitor will be also broken down, as well as the top one too.
Now, right now, Clint is just doing the poking part, and he does have the range and the damage burst to do that. Even Clint and Sicilian, both of them are actually, working as artilleries right now because Team IGN does not have any backlane dives. So the artilleries are working pretty well. Even last match, they did not really have it, but then again, Lucas and I saw them directly driving into the back line onto Florin and others. So I feel like they might be doing the same thing with Alpha this time. But then again, that was not the case. We do see Kimmy has two items finally. She might be going in for the Ice Queen, or is she going in for the concentrated energy? I don't feel like Ice Queen might be a better pick, but then again, she does need a lot of sustain here because the gold difference might not really allow her to go for that.
Yes, and with this, we can see that AX Arcadia is about to win the second game. So maybe we are going for the third game tonight. And the third game will be interesting, guys, because it's IGN versus AX Arcadia going on right now. And AX Arcadia playing their do or die just like they want it to be. Because they want it to be into the third game. And before that, we can see the Basha
Ooh,
is right now in a very bad position, getting caught off guard from four members of IGN with the first swing, clearing him out from the map after all. I mean, we can say after 10 minutes, IGN got the kill.
I do believe that, but then again, last Village was a game changer along with Aaron. This time, their heroes are not really having a really good day. So this is exactly why IGN is facing the troubles because they are a bit more player oriented as compared to hero oriented. With the heal coming in for Alpha, one force swing and his HP was literally 60% heal. Now that is a lot of regen. But then again, enemy not only has the anti-heal, they have Bastia as well. So they are very much aware of that. Once again, ooh,
Who didn't got the chance to even cast the AOG to get in the safer zone. He was about to cast it, but the stun was too much from the side of X Arcadia that he didn't just got that chance. And right now, the Lord will be freely onto the side of X Arcadia again. The Madara coming on, and look at that roller coaster ride coming on from the Basha right now. But joining out the situation, Madara coming on to the mid lane without the Gatot Kacha being there. Maybe resurrected back, I know, but will it be enough to defend this Lord right now? And it's the main thing is, Miko, I feel like no one is there to catch up the backliner, Clint or
exactly. As I
Cecilia.
said, they don't have a backlane driver, so that is definitely an issue because both the MM and the mage are playing as artillery. They are maintaining a distance and providing such burst damage. Look at that. Once again, the fight is finally reaching onto the final stages. They might be able to defend, but will they? Once again, with the Inferno Potion, who are killing spree coming into the bats, in fact, the wind of nature provided, but the bursting down saw a very funny thing that is like the both the tanks were kind of having a competition. So Basha came here near the cockroach and he just he just like was out of position and Gatot Kacha was like, oh, their Roma just did that. Hold my beer because I'm gonna do the same. And Bashi just went up and he died in the exact same location doing the exact same thing. So that was a bit ironical, but then again, it is what it is. And with this, the scoreboard is tied 1-1.
Basha Rome is back, and with this, a victory goes to X Arcadia as well. Score is 1-1, and we will be heading into the third game. So please be there, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be coming back after this short break. Hello, everyone. We are back into the BO3 series quarterfinals right now, going in at Hunted Arena Origin, powered by RRG Esport Syndicate in collaboration with Fusion Prime and Simp Official and Draco Official and Vista. And right now, we are heading into the third set. A do or die set for both the teams, a match point set for both the teams is between Team IGN versus AX Arcadia. And it's the last match of tonight in the casting deck is your boy STZ, and with me is none other than my fellow caster, my mentor Miko. Will be sharing the stage with me, and with this, I have Busa, the first ban for AX Arcadia. Miko, what do you think?
I think that is definitely deserved and should have been done last match as well. Although, the key game changer was not Habusa, it was Fovians. But then again, Habusa was really, really impactful. Although the draft coming in from IGN was also a little bit questionable because they did not really have a backlane target. Neither did they have any hard CCs because at least one of them could have guaranteed them a bit of a counter towards the heroes which were dealing trouble. But then again, this time I feel like they would be learning from the mistakes and both the teams will be performing pretty well. But look at that. Lucas was also banned, so we might be seeing some new kind of picks compared to the last two matches. A few new heroes who will be shining, sharing the stage alongside us.
Yep, and we can see the Lucas ban and Matilda ban as well. But right now, second ban from IGN. I feel like it's a Kalea because a lot of heroes are open right now, but Kalea is in the meta right now, and she is a menace in the Land of Dawn. But no, they will be going for the Jukshin ban. That means a utility jungler is about to come from the side of IGN. Maybe they are planning for it, or maybe they don't want the Jushin to hinder their gameplay. That's maybe the reason. But Jushin is not in the meta right now. I don't know people why going for Jushin ban because our damage as well as our range has been low right now. But even the CD cooldown on her skills are right now high. So I don't know why people are opting her, but it's okay. It's their choice. It's their comfort. Even
Mm.
Granger is off right now, but people are opting the Granger as well. So it's kind of like that. But right now, the third ban, I feel like it may be Harith or Phobius, one of them, or maybe a Badang, because in the previous two matches we have been seeing Badang from IGN side.
Now, you know what, like Zushin is completely understandable. She's not really that great, but at the same time, she is really annoying for the front line. So, even these days, we do not see a Valor getting banned, even when you're picking up Halos or Agatha Kacha. But then again, they are really troublesome heroes, and sometimes the good players or teams might just want to get rid of the counters when they know that they are going to be the main engagers of their team. But then again, we are seeing Granger being constantly banned, which is again a little questionable because I feel like there are other heroes who could have, deserved that spot more. But okay, let us look at what kind of drafts we are planning because there are a lot of mental games and strategies which are being fought right now between the two teams. The last man coming in for Fanny once again. There is gonna be Badang, there's Phobius, there's Gatot Kacha, there's also Florin and a few other heroes who are open like Kimmy.
Okay, Kimmy pick coming from X Arcadia, depicting a lot of things. Kalea being open right now will be selected down maybe from IGN side. What is maybe? They will be going for that Kalea pick. Otherwise, I mean, throwing it to the other side is like throwing the whole match because they got the Kimmy into their hand. If the Kalea will be also into their hand, whatever you are going, mobility, utility will be getting the hindrance from that Kalea. So just pick it up for your side. Otherwise, it will be a problem for you in the late game as well as in the early game. She just not giving that CC. She is also providing the region as well to the team. I mean, Kalea is a full fledged tank right now. Let's see. Okay, no, Basha and Phobius.
Now, they definitely understand that Phobius was really important in the last match. As I said, these people, they do learn from the mistakes. I feel like Alia is a really good pick, but then again, she is kind of squishy because she does not really have that sustain. So, in front of really good burst with the Purify, she often becomes a little useless, although she is a must ban and pick in rank matches. In tournaments, it could be a little questionable, but I still feel like she is a viable pick. And once you have a dive in coming from Phobius, you can just use a Korea to further him down into the turrets or something. So let us see what kind of stuff they are planning. But then again, there is a Kimmy. They do have a dive in on to that Phobias. But then again, that suffice? They do need a bit more of a burst potential. But once again, we do see the Sicilian onto the AX Arcadia. He just has that artillery burst potential. He is kind of a cannon, but not the glass cannon.
IGN. IGN will be with the Sicilian and the Jawhead as well, and X Arcadia is going for the Phobius as well as that Basha. I mean, IGN got the first pick. That's the main. That's the reason they went for the Kimi again. So, do you think the mistakes will be rectified, or it will be happen again from the side? Because it's kind of pretty same draft from both the sides, but this time Sicilian with the IGN, Jawhead with the IGN, but Kimi will be in the goal lane. That means that's sure. We are sure right now. Kimi will be in the goal lane. A lot of heroes open for the goal lane right now. Okay, Changi,
Hey,
are you
so
sure?
they finally just heard me out because this is exactly what I said in the last match. Like, Kimmy could have been the transfer to the goal lane and which could have had a pick. But okay, now this is a really rare pick. Changi definitely comes in with the range which you need against a Kimmy. She also has a lot of DPS potential, but is that the best pick of a mage right now? Now, that is a question we definitely need to be answered, and that is going to be answered by none other than the gameplay, which is going to follow up soon enough, guys.
Yup, and with this, we can see a joy band coming on from the side of Team X Arcadia again, and they are going with the same draft. A Basha maybe into the roam side or maybe into the jungle side. I'm not sure about that because we have seen the Basha roam in the previous match. So X Arcadia is planning for maybe they can go with the some other jungler as well, Pandit Ji with the Xbog or Pandit Ji with the Alpha as well in this match. But before that, I'm a bit surprised that the Florin is being open in 3 matches. Nobody just got for that. But right now, the Florin got banned in the third match.
No, they did have Florin in the first match with the Xbox, which was actually kind of a disaster. But somehow this definitely reminds me of some of the stuff I've drafted for one of my old teams. The Changi pick with the Bashia Hyper, this definitely brings back old memories.
Yep, I can also relate it to it because I was casting that match when you were drafting for your team. I just remember it when I saw a Franco Rome in that team as well from your side. So it was when the Franco Rome just came up in my mind. It was you, and you just did it. And they probably didn't just win for that. They won the match as well with the Kagura mid as well. So I mean, sometimes these picks do works. I mean, if you want to take a Franco against a Lucas, it do works great. So also with against a Joy because we all know the mobility should be stopped and what's better than I mean that Franco's hook or Franco's ult, bloody hunt.
Definitely, like that is completely a full stop to every kind of mobility that the enemy might have. But then again, like he is a punish kind of hero, so you definitely need a strong engage, and Phobius and Marcia can definitely do that. While I still am pretty much reminded of my old draft from this, but I feel like both the teams are doing pretty well. And oh, we are going to see an Xbox yet again with the true damage coming in, but that Clint with his range and the burst potential, he's going to rip off that Faraga armor pretty soon in the late game.
But this time, IGN will be going with this Xbox pick, and X Arcadia is about to come with a jungler or with a roam. We are not sure about it. Maybe they can go with the Estis at this point, but it will not work with the Basha and the Phobias being around you. But Clint again into the draft against Kimi. That's kind of not new for me, but okay. Okay. This is something new for me. Suyu in this meta right now, as you said, not good enough against magical damage, but they will be going with the Suyu. We all know that the mobility is too high for Suyu, and even in just level 3, he's a menace. So he's kind of a Julian's copy, we can say. Suyu's Julian's copy. Sorry, not Suyu. Ichansena and Julian's copy. So that's the damage as well as the mobility as well as the level 3 power, we can say. So let's see how it goes for team AX Arcadia in this third match. Is there do or die as well as the match point for them? Whoever wins will be going to the semifinals, IGN or AX Arcadia.
Definitely. So both the teams are looking ready, and finally we are gonna head off to the battlefield soon enough. But this time I feel like both the teams are doing pretty well. The key part is gonna be Sicilian and Kemi switching up from the damage part, the early to mid and mid to late. While on the other hand, it's gonna be dependent upon CO and Clint. While I don't feel like Changi could be an X factor, but I still see her as a support instead of the final finisher until she is actually planning to go for the Sky Piercer kind of the ranked random Changi plays. But then again, let's just see what they go with.
Yes, and with this, we can see the third set of this BO3 already started. It's a big match for both the teams because they need to win this match if they want a ticket to the semifinals. And this is the Haunted Arena Origin powered by RRG Esports in collaboration with Fusion Prime and Simp official and Draco official and Vista as well. So let's see how it goes for the two teams. I mean, all of them are looking very confident at this point. And Joe Bomb again with the Basha Rome will be a fun thing to watch. They won this previous match, so they again come back with the Basha Rome. And now I can say if they're gonna win this match as well, then Basha Rome is a thing, guys.
Definitely, it is because it also depends upon your comfort and how used to you are to a particular hero. Sometimes I've seen the most non-meta heroes do really well, especially against metas. And when you pick a hero you are not really comfortable with or it doesn't really suit your playstyle, when you're picking a very highly aggressive hero with a defensive mentality, or when you are too focused on repositioning yourself or being careful, that kind of plays does not really work on a hero who is supposed to work spontaneously. But then again, the first neutral objective is here Ash, so we might be seeing the first fight coming in between of these two drafts.
I think again the Phobius will be a great hindrance for them for IG inside because it is what it is. I mean the backliner will having a disruption from the Phobius Infernal Pursuit coming on right now. Turtle Dance already being on. Glorious Path are coming on from the high loss at this point. We can see it will be melted down. The high loss first blood will be secured by X Arcadia and Xbox Last Insanity will be taking down that turtle, but without the armor he will also be get down by Suyu going to the heaven straight.
That was a really good clutch move because that retrieve was completely unexpected. I did not see that coming. But then again, look at that. Shanky is here trying to pick up the ball. Will Sicilian be able to save it?
We do see these things in the rank as well as the classic, and Sicilian managed to save it as well. But it's like she was about to take it. But look at that, Witch being with the Sicilian at this point. Okay, just ejector play coming on. Batfish being there. It will be Jawhead taking out the Shangi from the map. 2-for-1 is the score right now. It's the first blood, we can say, unofficial first blood for the IGN. And but right now, look at the damage. Oh my goodness, the burst from that Clint to the Kimmy.
As I said, Kimi is really good in the meta, but she's pretty squishy, and she definitely does not deal well onto burst damages. And the playstyle for Kimi is really different as compared to her Harren. She has a backlane, she cannot really be that aggressive, especially when you have a Bastia roamer in the enemy who has, a great mobility. Once you do not see his, vision, you definitely have to be a bit defensive.
Obviously, and that's the reason they went for the Basha Rome. So the mobility will be there for the Rome. The invasion capacity will be there as well. And with that, we can say that Team AX Arcadia is having the fun right now because they know they didn't got the neutral objective, but they know that they got some kills into their hand. And Phobius being there in each and every fight, the rotation will always matter you a lot. But a bit surprise again. Okay, Hylos giving a little bit of poke. There you go. Sanguine Claws connecting on to that two people. That impact will be on right now. Basha being dealing some anti-heal damage to those ITN creatures. It will be fun thing to watch. Evil Quiller just poking that turtle dance. Starting over by AX Arcadia at this point. Glorious Pathway being on. Infernal Pursuit.
Oh, damn, but look at that, Changi. Oh my goodness. The meteor shower with a consistent ease onto the turtle chunk and makes sure that she gets the turtle.
She
That
got
was
the
a
turtle.
play. Like as I said, the consistent gaze or the meteor shower onto the turtle. That is exactly what you say, like, someone who is completely determined towards a particular motivation.
Target. Obviously, her target is about the buff and turtle, and she is just securing it for herself, for her team as well. Right now, look at that again, the meteor shower. My goodness, about to kill that high loss with that damage. Changi with this type of magical burst damage from the beginning is a lot for any mage, I can say. X Arcadia is cooking it up at this point, having the turtle second turtle, but lost the fight, we can say. I mean, they got one member got dead at that point, so we can say that trade being equalized again by both these teams. But
Ooh,
right now,
that
again
is
going
such
for
a
the
good second clause. Like, Sicilian is definitely making sure to check onto the turret and the pickoff also going pretty strong. Although Jawhead was taken out, but then again, not before the Bastion. That's a good trade off coming in, and both the teams are losing numbers. But then again, I still feel like Team Arcadia has the momentum right now.
Yep, and look at that Suyu Panditji on to the mark for taking the turret, and he will be able to take it down. Midland tier 1 or tier 3 already down from 6 minutes of the game. This is a very bad news. Having right now the jungle will be big for the side of, the map will be big for the side of X Arcadia. They can easily go into the jungle of Team IGN, and this is a bad news for them because we always say that mid turret is a big thing.
Definitely. This does open up a lot of invade potential for Team EX Arcadia. But then again, look at that. The unstoppable force and the ejector. Looks like Changi's career is over. But not only Changi, looks like one more person has been stuck. The revitalized beam pops up. Basha does manage to get back to safety once again without the Ferraga armor. Looks like respect is really low. Oh, the burst damage coming in from Flint. That is definitely what he was picked up for. Well, respect. Okay, I think he should definitely go back home.
Yep, I don't think so. He will be contesting for the turtle as well. And look at that, the buff is also gone from the hand at this point. Bad impact was there, but the Sicilian couldn't manage to get the buff into his hand. And with this, he'll be having a turret as well in the top lane. It's kind of hefty for the side of IGN, losing the turret, turtle, as well as some kills in the same time. And it's probably we're gonna see X Arcadia in the semifinals. I can smell it right now. But if there will be a comeback from the side of IGN, it may be by that Sicilian because he's right now the damage dealer for the IGN, dealing it from the backline. So and even we can say X Arcadia is looking for that. If you have seen that fight at the before the turtle, it was like the Suyu went for the Kimi and Sicilian. That's a good thing. You should take care of the backliner first.
And look at that, Sicilian directly went in for the anti-heal even before the Elegant Gem. And after the Elegant Gem, looks like he is going for the Vision Lantern, which is a really good pick. Like, I feel like they still have that potential to come back, but then again, like, the Team Ace Arcadia is playing really objective oriented, while Team IGN is a bit based on ganks. They want to clear, they want to kill, and then they want to push. Whereas Team A Arcadia is just looking for loopholes to get the push and get the objective.
Take down the Basha easily. Charge coming from the Suyu at this point. Boss also coming from the Clint, but it will not be much to get any fatalities from the side of IGN at this point. Changi being there, dealing a lot of damage from the backline, but at this point, she will be backing off from. No, she wants to clear the minions. That's a good thing. I thought she will back off to the base. Before that, I can see the Lord will be there in just 13 seconds, and it's kind of we can say that Team Arcadia having the point, but look at that. Phobius this time will be a beautiful hunt for that ejector play as well as the Sanguine Claws being connecting onto him. Totally got stunned, and then we just saw IGN getting the kills, and right now IGN back.
But at the same time, Changi did a really good job because while she cleared the lane, she also made sure that one of the people has to be forced, to go clear the lane because else they would be losing the tier 2. But here is I saw Changi waste her ultimate. At the late game, as seen with the new builds and the patches, she can just spam her ultimate after 8 or 8.5 seconds, and that is really, really low.
Yep, and without the roamer. I don't think so. I mean, without the jungler, I don't think Team IGN going to for that Lord right now. But before that, we can see Basha giving the Joan. That's a good choice. But yet, we're gonna see that Lord dance coming from the side of X Arcadia. They're waiting as well, and High Loss having a beautiful position from the backside of the Lord is a good way. But still, there is some split push maybe coming out from Pandit Ji, but he will be drawn out both by those minions. And so be a dreadful thing because IGN will start the Lord Dance for real.
Once again, this is a moment when you know that CEO is not there and Changi just used up her ultimate. This is a time to fight, but then again, they are being a bit cautious. I feel like they are losing time here. They are gonna be fighting soon enough. Once again, the Simon's Laws. Oh, look at that. The Stallion Blast. The battery passing through and Focus was taken down. Once again, the Revitalize was just able to survive. No, Basha was also taken down. Look at that. The team fight. This is exactly what I was telling. Team IGN is more focused towards team fight, whereas Team AX Arcadia is like, playing the scramble kind of gameplay. They are not exactly in 5v5. They just want to do what they are good at, that is ganking and picking people off. Looks like this is gonna be a free lord for Team IGN right here.
Yes, and they will be having this law right now. IGN is back. IGN is online at this point. Changi with the Meteor Sour, giving a lot of damage. High Loss coming with the Glorious Pathway, slowing down the Relic. Relic will be fine at this point. Will be going back into the safer zone. No, 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 no. Joy will
Oh,
be there. Okay. Basha for the save. And that was a good back off. Back
I
up
did
for
think that,
IGN.
it was a wasted glorious pathway, but then again, I thought that was a group project. And that was really admirable. Look at that. Sicilian also got the blue buff, and the Lord is coming. Sicilian is recalling to get the mana boost, reserves will be completely filled, and the lanes are looking stacked as well. This is looking pretty good, and IGN is back into the game. But then again, this is not going to be enough to end it. So there are still chances for a comeback.
Yup, and with this we can see, look at that damage right now will be provided by the Kimi as well from the back line, and this is what you need. I mean, Kimi MM is a good thing somehow, we can say, but High Loss with the Glorious Pathway, fight breaking up.
Oh, look at the overall damage. Madra was just taking down. Changi really has a real good clear. But then again, I feel like they shouldn't have gone with the Lord. I was expecting like the Lord will be used as base to get rid of the rest of the turret. Once again, Changi with the ultimate meteor shower, she will be clearing up the lanes just so that they cannot push the turret. But the bottom lane turret is not that lucky. Looks like the bottom lane turret will be falling down, but not today, maybe? Or is it gonna be? Yes, it will be falling down.
Yeah, but I was also thinking that it will not get fall out, but it just got down over there. But right now, look at that. Suyu with the evil Quiller wants to know who is in the bush, but he will not get anyone from the bush. But his red buff will be taken away from the side of IGN at this point. And we can say that it's kind of a table turning for IGN. They're just turning out the table for themselves. They're coming with the goal right now into their hand. A 2K, not a big goal lead, but still, they're having the lead right now. And with the turrets being cleared off from both the sides, top and bot, they will be wait for that another lot, which they can take easily. But what do you think? I mean, why this happened? Everything was going smooth for X Arcadia. Then that Suyu being in the bot lane, the fight got off.
As you said, like the positioning and all that, the gameplay of AX Arcadia is pretty much scrambled. And a scrambled gameplay against a team oriented gameplay is gonna be based on whether you are more focused on the team fight or pick off and ganks. While AX Arcadia definitely had the upper hand in gank, right now it is not really that part. So I feel like IGN is doing better, but look at the goals. Like the scoreboard is 12-3, but the goal difference is not really that much. So the skill count does not really justify the goal gap. That is because AX Arcadia was really good with objectives in the early.
Yep, and with this, the Lord, oh my goodness, look at the Infernal Pursuit right now, taking down that Shohan Instant Redemption come from the shutdown will be there, double kill onto the, and also a double kill for the Suyu, triple kill for the Xbox, shutdown, triple kill for the Suyu, will it be a maniac? Will it be a maniac? No, 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 look at that, Meteor Shower in a wrong direction, Xbox being only there, Suyu and the X Arcadia are fire right now. What a turning moment happened over there. I mean, both the jungler was about to take a maniac, then the Xbox armor was off at that point. He just got back into the safer zone, but right now, I don't think they're gonna contest for the Lord. They want some turrets get down at this point. Xbox being there, look at the immortality. Bobby popped up. The armor being on right now, again to the Xbox side. It will be a great fight. What was the fight was really a great one. I mean, I thought that maybe we're gonna see the two maniacs, and then we'll be waiting for Panditji and Respect to fight for a savage.
Now the only point is like Sicilian and Kimmy were taken down for the first time. And this is really bad because they are the front line and the back line. Like, they are the main damage dealers onto the enemy front line from their back line. And if they do not exist, the damage coming in from Team IGN does not exist. The concealer has been used, the concealer, oh, with a flicker, but that is a miss. Jawhead will be sacrificing himself for nothing here.
Look at the burst coming from the Clint from the backline. Will be taking down the Jawhead again. It will be godlike for the Respect. And look at the continuous damage coming from this Kimmy. Stun coming on again. The Kimmy will be getting a kill as well. Two-man down already. Meteor Shower being on by the Changi. Berserker Fury into the item collection of the Clint. But right now, I don't think they're gonna contest for this Lord. Even though the Suyu is being there, they know the victory being on right now for both these sides. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The charge coming from the Suyu, doing a lot of damage. We'll be deleting at this point. Glorious Pathway stop down that Suyu from going back to the safer
Look
zone.
at the damage! Oh my
double
god.
kill for the Kimmy. Managed to take down the Changi as well.
Kimmy onto the goalie. Oh my goodness, the damage, that was unreal. Changi, I really feel bad for you. But at the same time, Sicilian just has a lot of survivability with his ultimate. So, like, that was a really bad decision because CO is not really a one combo. Like, he's more of a DPS. So, since he's not really have a bad call for him. Changi, while she was doing pretty well, but finally she was taken down as well. She doesn't really have any kills, like you can see. As you can see, she is sort of an X factor, but then again, the people who they have to target, the marking people, do not change. Once again, Clint does get a kill with his range and burst, but then again, that is not going to be enough.
They're falling back at this point. Lord will be coming up, and already one-man down at this point, and Inhibitor falling down. We're gonna see the almighty push coming on from the Madara. And look at that, a 4-man defending the Madara at this point, deflecting his movement is a good choice. He'll be defending it as well, but the game is going into the late, and right now we maybe see a impure raging Madara casting his infinite Tsukuyomi onto the AX Arcadia and taking them down. It was an easy defend, but what do you think, Miko? At this point, can X Arcadia come back?
As I said, like, the X Factor onto the Changi, like, all the 3 inhibitor turrets, every time Changi used up her ult. So, like, Changi's ultimate cooldown, like, the 8.3, 8.5 seconds, like, that is really insane. She's really, really good, but she does not confirm any kills. So while she is providing a lot of assistance to the team, the key players are still the same, and they still have to take out Humble God and Panditji, and if they do, they are definitely gonna be able to win the fight.
Yes, and with this, we can say that Team IGN is waiting for the Lord right now. Will not be taking any unnecessary fights, otherwise, will be lost so many goals. But no. Glorious Pathway popped up. Charge coming from the IGN side right now. Meteor Shower giving a lot of damage. But here we go. The unstoppable for the Kimmy. Aaron the Creator getting a double kill at this point. Deleting that Kimmy as well as the Basha. 3 men only being there. Minions are marching down to the inhibitors. Is this the end? Is this the almighty push?
Now this could be it because they are pretty close to victory.
Okay, let's see how it goes. But because the minions are right now in the mid lane, they will be deleting the mid lane inhibitor as well. And
Look at that, the exact So on to Clint. Clint was taken down. This is surely it. I feel like Jimmy should just mark on to base right now. But then again, look at that, the godlike kill and another one. Legendary going to X ball, and okay, the recalls are being spammed. I don't really think the recalls were called for, but they did win another match. So with this, they have finally secured the ticket to the late game of the semi-finals.
Yes, and they will be going to the semi-finals, and we will be going for a sleep right now because it's the end of the tonight's stream, guys. And it was IGN qualifying for the semi-finals. Let's meet tomorrow for two more quarterfinals, guys. Two more BO3. So be there at 6:30. You all, I want you all to be there. So stay tuned with us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share the stream to your friends, and do not forget to hit the like button as well. And do on the that bell button. You will get notified when we will be back for the game, for the stream. So with this, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Good night.